Oh shit, that was quick. We're live already. Fuck.
Perfect way to start this.
That's the new opening for DayTrippers.
Hello and welcome to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. We're getting ready to jump into episode 31 of our DayTrippers campaign, and I am going to kick it over to Todd, and I love the fact that he does this so I don't have to. So Todd, take it away.
Oh boy. I love the fact that the mic kicked in just after we all said that terrible thing that we all said.
It was awful.
That no one's ever going to hear.
There's some things that do not need to be in the public eye.
That's right. There's something wrong with us on so many levels.
Terrible things.
That was career and relationship ending for many of us.
Well, I don't have to worry about the second one.
Me neither. I'm good with that.
Our children would leave us.
Oh no!
It's family would disown us.
Oh, I think your chances of ever getting laid by anyone,
even by yourself, you couldn't touch. Yeah. You could not physically or mentally touch yourself anymore.
Mentally,
That's right. It came that close, gentlemen. So, listen. Let's leave behind this decrepit and revolting world we live in, and jump ahead 100 years to the world of DayTrippers, where I got to tell you, things are even more decrepit and revolting. But at least there's a lot more colorful places to do it in. The boys are just starting to figure out that for some reason they're on Somnambula's shit list again. After leaving Reggie's place, Deck goes home and he uploads all his data to the Clatch, and he wakes up the next morning and finds he's been cut off. This is new and unusual to Deck. He's never been without his Clatch mates and without his network, without his backup, and he doesn't know what else to do. And he comes out and finds Reggie passed out in the car in front of his house, because Reggie, who has been having the aforementioned conversation with the animated pizza box character, and had a weird prophetic dream about driving through the redwoods, later comes out and can't handle the fact that the car commercial he's listening to is duplicating his dream about gliding through the redwoods. It looks and sounds exactly like his dream. And he tries to gain control of reality using lucid dreaming, because he can't tell what's real and what's not real. And he causes himself to start bleeding and pass out in the car. And that's the way that Trae finds him. Because the guy we used to call Deck is actually Trae, and that's his real name. And you'll see it in Jesse's lower third if you're watching on YouTube, Trae Moaka. So as the two are discussing what to do about the fact that it looks like Somnambula for some reason is hunting Trae down, somebody tries to shoot them off the road, and judging by the cam shot that Trae manages to get of their license plate and tracing the vehicle back, yeah, it does indeed look like these were Somnambula thugs who tried to run him off the road but failed. They call Jack. Jack comes out. They meet at a local bar because they're cautious of drones that seem to be following them and watching them everywhere they go. They run into Lithium. Lithium tips them off that there's a bounty out on Deck, dead or alive, from Somnambula Inc. And he says, I'm not going to take this job. That'll make us even, but you got to get the hell out of here. This conversation never happened. So they get on the road again in two vehicles, and they head to Nash's place. Along the way, once again, they think they're being tailed, so the vehicles split up. Trae sees that there's a drone following them. He leans out the window, shoots it down. While Nash continues on to his place and starts gearing up for battle, the other two guys retrieve the drone. And it looks like the encryption methodology on the drone software is indeed the same algorithm as the Somnambula Dream Deck. This is a Somnambula drone. And so they decide to wait in the woods to see if someone's going to come pick this thing up. That's where we left you.
Time to kill some Somnambula motherfuckers. Not on my watch.
Yeah. Get it. Okay. So that's where we are then.
That is where you are. Yeah. Reggie and Trae, you're out in the woods. you're thinking someone's going to come retrieve this drone, and we're going to confront them and see what the hell's going on. And meanwhile, Nash is back at his place. He's just like doing the montage where he's gearing up, strapping in. Everything.
Yeah. We keep cutting back and forth, and it's just like all this crazy, cool Jack Nashian, gearing up, and then we're just sitting there on the side of the road. So how long do you think they'll take before they come and get it, if ever? What would your estimation be?
Yeah, actually, while that's going on, we cut back. There once in a while, there's just a scene with the two of you just kind of like poking at a dead bug, not saying anything at all. Crickets chirping in the background, and then we cut back one time. Reggie is talking about a dream he recently had. Go. What was that dream you had?
Same dream or new dream?
It's another dream.
It's another one.
Because you and Trae are bored sitting out in the woods, and you're just telling him shit. This is a good one, you say.
Okay. This is eerily, I've had a lot of these experiences lately, but this is eerily similar to a dream I had the other night. You want to hear about it?
Sure, Mr. Reggie. Yes.
Wonderful.
I would love to.
Okay. So, much as we are sitting here, I was also atop my vehicle, staring up at the stars. It was wonderful. I could see that one and that one. They were there. All of them, all of the stars that you see, all of the constellations. And the crazy thing was that I saw the one with the two fishes. What's that one called? It's got the two fish heads. Is that one? Anyway, there was one with two fish heads, and the two constellations, they both sort of like, they whirled around, and then they started talking to me in the dream. In fish language.
I'm sorry to interject, but I'm trying to figure out right now, because you guys are out in the woods, I'm trying to figure out if Trae has the network connection, because if he does, he could have answered that question.
I'm Googling it now, just in case.
I think it's Pisces. I like to think that he was...
It is, it is Pisces, but I'm just saying that, like, Trae, if he has network connection, he would have answered that question.
Well,
you would have seen him like look to the left and do things with his finger, and then he would answer.
I almost like it better that he didn't. That he was just staring at Reggie like, yeah, okay, just keep going.
That's bad. He looks up, sees it, and is about to say the answer when Reggie just keeps talking anyway.
Okay, and I'm going to remind you, Jesse, that according to your Clatch father, or I'm going to say reading between the lines of various alerts, notifications, and data jumps you've received from your Clatch, there does seem to be some question of concern regarding Reggie and psychic powers. So you doubly don't know what to make of it, because A, you don't know what to make of it, but B, you're such a weird dude that even the idea of like dream symbology is probably pretty far from your common experience.
Yeah, I'd assume like that type of stuff he doesn't put a like a metaphysical aspect to it, like the fortune telling aspect. It's very much like, oh well, like more of a logic, like you can equate what he has done in his past or what they are currently dealing with what something was dreamt about.
Jesus.
Well, because that's how we got here into this conversation. He was telling you about how the dream turned out to echo in the car commercial. Yeah.
And more than likely, it's a commercial that he's already seen before. It was just in the background, and he didn't actually notice that was on.
Okay, now I'm jumping back to Reggie. Now, see, Reggie, this is why you're telling him this dream, because you're proving to him, no.
Okay,
here's one you can't explain away.
This is why. Okay, well, anyway, so I don't know which one it is, but it's the two fish heads. They start talking to me. Now I know what you're thinking. Fish language, probably. What?
Mr. Reggie, it's Pisces.
I don't think so. I might not. And so anyway, the we'll have to Google it. So they start talking. Now I would know what you probably.
Your phone dings.
My phone dings.
So, yeah.
Oh, my phone dings. I look at my phone. Yeah. Oh shit. So listen. I know you probably think that fish language is a bunch of bubbles and lots of babbling, but it's not. I'm going to try I'm going to try it. Hold on. This is what it sounds like. Mwah, mwah. You ever see their lips, how they smack open and closed? That's what they're saying, but it's like traveling through the waters. Oh, wait, this is all besides the point. This is all besides the point. As I am doing this, I noticed that one of the other constellations, the Hunter one, there's one
Orion.
Well, we'll have to find out. We'll put a pin in that. We'll find out later. It sneaks up behind. It's you're sending me links. I love it. Just got that. Anyway, the other one there, the Hunter one, sneaks up behind the Pisces. And he takes out a bow and he shoots a bow right through both of the Pisceses. Except it doesn't stop there. The arrow travels, and it's this wonderful, beautiful star arrow. The arrow travels directly into my forehead. And then, wait, the dream ends with an explosion of stars. And then I'm back looking up at the sky again. It's like what we're doing right now. And Reggie just stares at you.
And all of the same stars were there. That's how you know it's real.
Each one, all of them. It was our sky. Our sky was here. Now he looks at his phone and he goes, oh, shit. Okay, yeah, Pisces and Orion. Perfect.
Okay, Jack, you going to ping these guys? Because it's been a while and there's no word from them.
He's like pacing around the house. He pulls the curtains open, looks, closes the curtains again, walks around. The cat's just kind of like laying around. So he goes over and he like pets the cat, walks back over to the window, opens up the window. He's like, fuck. So he dials up Reggie's number. And it rings. I'll put it
Your phone pings again.
Oh. Okay, Nash is okay.
I call.
Oh, you call? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I call you. Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Reg, what's going on?
Okay. Long story short, there was a drone. Okay. Trae made this amazing god shot and shot it down. And now we're staking out the fallen drone pieces to see if anyone comes and picks it up. That's smart, right? Smart.
Yeah, it's not a bad plan.
Yeah, no one's come yet. No one's come, though.
Fuck, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been over half an hour.
Okay. So what do you think? Is that like short or long?
Fuck, I don't know. Maybe give it another half hour. I'm ready to go. Are we ready to go? Like,
I don't know. Hey, Trae, you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. I'm ready to go too. So maybe what? You want us to give it another half hour?
Yeah. I mean, everything's been quiet here. Nothing. I mean, I've just been waiting for you guys.
Has it been too quiet?
I'm going to say it's 10:30 p.m.
Ooh, it is late. All right, we'll give it another half hour, and then we'll rendezvous at your place.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. This is the phone.
Well, look, if anything changes, let me know.
We'll tell you. Oh no, absolutely. I mean, now you know what? Best you just sort of sit tight. And if anything comes of this, we'll scope the situation, see if we can handle it, and then we'll touch base then.
All right. Whatever you think's best.
All right.
It'll take 15-20 minutes for him to reach you if he had to.
Okay. Well, maybe this. Maybe do you want to just start over here then? Although we do have a pretty good stakeout over here. Trae, should he join us now, or do we want to? What do you think?
I believe that if anyone were to show up, then more than likely they would do it within the next half hour if they haven't already. I do not believe that Mr. Nash showing up would alter anything.
All right, maybe you start heading this way then, right? So
Somnambula headquarters is a good deal further than Nash's house. You're almost at Nash's house.
Oh, okay. Well then, all right. It probably just makes sense just to stay then, just to sit tight, and then we'll meet up after.
All right. We'll come up with a plan. I mean, we'll figure it out. All
right,
we'll figure out what's going on when you get here.
We'll let you know if we see anything, of course.
All right.
All right. Yep. Bye-bye. Bye-sies.
Who's the god? Who's the god that shot him in the forehead?
What? Oh, Orion.
Orion.
Okay. I've got to remember the important things.
I'm assuming in our super dystopian future that mass surveillance is pretty common.
It is ubiquitous in the city, but that's one of the reasons Nash lives way out here.
Yeah. What about on the highways? Traffic cameras and such?
On the major highways, yeah.
All right. Is there any way that...
In fact, a good deal, the majority of the traffic is auto-controlled via network that literally is capable of using the cars themselves as sensors. So, the police can get reports from a big AI that's basically watching all of the traffic from the point of view of all of the cars at all times.
Makes sense. All right. So I know that this is a stretch. All right. Is there any way that he could potentially tap into the city system to monitor the highway cameras or the data coming through in an attempt to see if any similar vans that they had tracked earlier are near the exit that they had taken? I'm assuming if they're going to come to collect this drone, that they will have to take a similar route off the highway in order to get to where we are.
Yeah, there are services that are like free to all citizens, so you've got them. Everybody's got them. Involving traffic planning, distance measuring, time projecting, that sort of thing. So basically, what you want to do is enter one of those traffic reporting systems. And then hack your way into an admin level account where you'll be able to access the database directly. So you get an unfiltered view of that data.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So yeah, that you could do, but it's that's going to be two roles, because first you have to break the encryption to get to admin level, and then you have to actually do whatever the thing is that you're trying to do.
Right, without getting noticed and now automatically booted.
Right.
All right. So let's go with that. So the first encryption roll you said on the first to break that, okay. Or would it be?
First, we're going to do an encryption roll, and you can, let's see what you can add here. Is encryption a separate skill for you? I forgot how you broke it down.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So this is going to be your brains roll plus you also have computer science.
I do, yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a brains roll plus encryption, but you can get an additional +1 if you first do a computer science project probing and analyzing the structure of the packets of data that the city system uses.
Sure.
So if you now, and this could take up to an hour. I'm going to roll how long it takes you to do.
Okay.
So it's up to you. If you do that first, you'll get a +1 on the encryption.
I think it depends. All right. It depends on when you think he would have thought of this. So we've already been sitting here for about a half hour. So with the current plan, we're only planning on sitting here for about another half hour.
Mm-hmm.
So if he kind of has the wherewithal, if that's kind of something he knows could take a long time, it might not be worth it.
In real time, it took us 13 minutes.
Yeah.
So there you go. Let's say it took Trae 13 minutes to think of it.
All right.
So he thought of it a little bit ago.
Yeah.
He thought of it 18 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that should. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he'll go for it.
You like that retroactive GMing. It's not retconning. Right. It's not retconning. We're doing the past and the current at the same ruling.
Exactly. It's co-timeline gameplay.
Time binding gameplay.
Oh, there we go.
Korzymski, yeah.
All right. So comp sci first then. That is a versus 4 with a +1 is a 5.
Okay. That is a yes, but hold on.
I like big butts, I can't lie.
Okay, you've broken it down. You'll get the +1. You've figured it out, but just as you're finishing up, you notice a lot of packets coming headed your way, and you just disconnect. You think your signal was identified. Your origin. Your IP.
That's good or bad? It's good bad. It's good bad. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, he's gonna keep. He has it now. They already have the signal. Someone's gonna be here at some point anyway. It's pointless to stop.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah. So he mind whistles. Harmon comes in, throws the goggles in, gives him a thumbs up, and he will go off in an attempt to break the system.
Okay, so I'm going to call this a programming role. You're already at admin level in the system.
Oh, okay, very nice.
And now you want Harmon to create a query that pulls the data you're looking for.
Like
so it's brains plus programming. You get a +1 because of the earlier project.
All right, so I'm rocking a +2 on programming and then a +1 for my programming bot.
That's nice because you need to beat 5.
Okay. And that is a 1, a 3, and a 6. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and then with an additional +1 is 10.
Holy shit! Okay, that is a yes and. So yes, you've got a full view, and you need your bot's help to like edit on the fly because there's too much data for your brain to actually conceive. But jumping back and forth or switching frequencies quickly through a bunch of cameras is giving you an impression that basically flies down the highway over and over again, the main highway leading this way.
Yep.
And you have the ability, if you want, to jump into the point of view of the cameras on board any one of those vehicles, the smart ones anyway.
Ooh.
And what else is the and?
Let's say, and there's at least one. Well, I'll say, all right, because I don't know necessarily what the plan is. So I'll and I don't want to purposely put us in. I don't want to completely change the narrative because I don't know what's happening behind the scenes.
So I'll say
if there is some nefarious adversary coming en route to us that I would be able to either by accident or by comparison of vehicle type see that.
I love how you're greasing this. I gave you an and. You see the very same van that shot at you in the little Maldives.
There we go.
Here it comes. It'll be here in about 15 minutes.
Beautiful. And you said I can so is that a smart vehicle? Would it have like an onboard system?
It is a state-of-the-art smart vehicle, yeah.
All right. Is there any way that I can get into that vehicle in order to see how many people are in it and what kind of people might be in it?
I mean, the NSA can turn your phone on now, right? I mean,
Yeah, your admin level of the traffic subsystem.
I'm assuming even like jumping, even if it's another role, like to cross platform, because I know that obviously it's going to be encrypted on their side as well. They don't allow completely unencrypted data to fly both ways.
Yeah, actually, you just hit it kind of. Because you are admin level of the traffic system, so you have authority to enter the car's computer. But you don't have authority to pull the data that the manufacturer gets from the car.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you'd have to make a roll to jump from one system to the other.
Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with that.
Okay. So this is a programming role. You don't get the computer science project because you're doing this on the fly.
Yep.
It is brains plus programming.
All right.
Yep.
This time, Harmon, Tarek comes in, dagger's ready, and he goes in to try to kind of like just slice through there. He'll pull out like a little lockpick set, and he's just trying to like undo their lock on the side to get through the door, to open up their door.
There's some sort of access control for like manufacturers and licensed technicians, and if you can pop that control, then you can get in.
All right, so that's a 5. You said programming?
Yep.
6, 7, 8 total.
Damn it, dude! You're on fire. That's another yes and.
Awesome.
You are inside the car's system, and what you learn, there's no cameras inside the vehicle, so you don't have any visuals. But the car's sensors can tell which seats are occupied. There are 3 occupied seats, and the overall weight of the vehicle is carrying about 800 pounds. So you do quick division. That's 3 guys weighing over 200 pounds each, including gear.
Bigger than me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I'll no, I won't push it that far. All right, yeah, so I'll keep tabs on them. Basically, like secondary map will pop up in the HUD. I'll keep tabs on their location in order to see exactly where they are and how close they're getting. I'll set up an alert. I'll almost like redline ourself to set up an alert for when they cross the border. You know, set it like 2 minutes out.
Okay, and that is another programming role with the difficulty 4.
Sure. Tarek will get out there and start drawing a chalk line on the map. That's 4, 5, 6, 7.
Damn, another yes and.
Nailing it.
the line is explosive.
Okay, so you're letting you're letting your little AI dude go out and paint the visible line, but while that's happening, there's an and. What is it?
And
The van explodes. We did it, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Let's go home.
The red line becomes real and it's formed from deadly laser beams.
Oh, I'm not sure of an and for this. I've run out of ideas, guys.
He finds a sandwich in the
Crowdsource.
backseat.
Is the whole area mapped?
I find a sandwich in my backpack.
It has a Reggie's mouth-sized bite in it already.
I'll give you the and.
Sure.
I said there were no onboard cameras, but there is an onboard microphone because the car's computer is voice responsive.
Yes.
Ooh.
And you hear the two people in the front seat exchange a couple sentences. One of them, speaking with apparently mission authority, apparently the team leader, is reminding the other, and you hear some movement, so he may be turning to face the one in back, that the bounty on Moaka is dead or alive. But Carlisle, we need him alive.
Does the voice do the voices sound familiar at all?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. He knows there's 3 people. I'm going to be dead. Reggie. They need Reggie alive. I have a border set up to trip an internal alarm, and I know where they are. Okay.
It took you a couple minutes to do all that, so we're now about 12 minutes out, and we're about 15 or 20 from Jack, in case you wanted to call him.
All right. Yeah.
He will not get here before they do.
Right. But he could get here afterwards if we can keep them occupied for a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can we say that all that was happening while Reggie was telling his dream story?
I think that makes sense.
Okay. I had a whole other story.
Was not paying attention, barely paying attention to anything that Reggie was saying.
Yeah, no, Reggie's just talking while this is happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
every once in a while he hears Reggie having trouble. He kind of starts to mutter off, and that's when he starts to listen, and that's when he just pins you a link real quick to keep the story moving. Because he just needs you to keep talking, because as long as you're talking, he doesn't have to interact.
Trey's multitasking. He's swapping.
It's beautiful.
And so that's what you're like, you'll say, like, what do you think of that? How that's impossible.
What do you think of that? I told you. Everything is circular. Yeah, it's all connected. See?
And I will say at that point, your phone pings about 3 times, and Nash, your phone will ping as well with basically 3 exclamation marks, a surprised face, a skull and crossbones, and then our exact GPS location.
But I'm already here. Why would you do this to me? What's happening right now?
So there's just a shot. He's kind of like just sitting on the edge of the couch, kind of like aggressively petting the cat because he can't do anything. He's trying to calm down, and the cat's like, "Fuck, just stop." And then the phone pings, and he looks at it, and he's like, "Fuck." Then he just grabs the gun. He's got the fucking gear.
Now you've got fur all over your Kevlar.
Yeah. You just hear the garage go up, and as the fucking tires squeal out, and he's coming in hot.
Are you in the Appletini?
Yeah, it's going to be the fastest way for me to get there.
No,
all right, good. I know exactly where you are then.
They're off the road. That vehicle's not really built for that, but hey, what are you going to do?
Well, but I mean, he knows kind of. I mean, he can park the car.
It'll get him close enough. I think it'll probably get him close enough faster.
I forget how far off you guys walked. I remember you saying deliberately that you're walking away from the vehicle, but I'm guessing, less than half a mile.
Yeah, just in a position to kind of see.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been that too far.
Oh, because we still needed to stay within close range of the
visual range of the
drone.
Okay. And so a couple things happen at the exact same moment. You guys sit there for a tense few minutes. It's just kind of quiet. Reggie's dream is concluded, and Trae seems to be doing something else. You can see his eyes doing that thing they do when he's calculating or whatever the hell he's doing. And so there's silence for a couple minutes. And then, Trae, you get the notification that your red line has been triggered. At the exact same moment, Reggie, you think you see a shooting star that moves from Orion right through the middle of Pisces.
Did you fucking see that? Did you fucking look up at look at it? Now it's gone. You missed it.
Now, I remind you that Reggie is not privy to all the shit that I said with Trae a minute ago. That all happened in Trae's head. So as far as Reggie's concerned, Trae's just been basically silent this whole time.
He's been listening intently to everything. I've given him some of my deepest, darkest secrets about why I am the way I am. John doesn't even know what Trae has heard or hasn't heard.
All right, your red line has been triggered. That means you've got 5 minutes.
All right. So yeah, if Reggie actually looks at his phone, he basically shot him like screenshots of the camera system from the highway for the van and the GPS location of the van on a map and a couple other things.
Reggie hasn't been looking because he assumed it was just Google links.
It's just more. Yep.
I already have this information. Did you see the fucking shooting star?
Yeah. He really kind of screwed himself because he also sent you the wiki links for Pisces and Orion, and you just assume that that's also what he's sending you.
Exactly.
It's more. Yep.
I appreciate your help, but I'm trying to I want to show you that the shooting star happened. Just like I said.
Mr. Reggie, we have incoming in approximately 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Kind of playfully slaps his chest. Why don't you say something sooner?
There are, to my best estimates, 3 individuals in a van that will be coming here. They appear fairly well armed.
All right. Cool. I mean, we're pretty well armed. So, okay. Reggie turns to sort of look at the area with the drones. Like, all right, what's our best bet here? I mean, I want height, elevation.
Oh, Mr. Nash is on his way. However, he will be arriving significantly later, approximately 4 to 5 minutes after our targets arrive. Cool. As far as position, I do not know. I am not the tactical expert or was not the tactical expert of my group.
Shit. Neither was.
I believe the same statement is also true.
Okay. All right. So Nash was usually the one who did all this. Okay. Let's see. So what does the area surrounding the drone look like?
It's lightly wooded. Yeah. Big, tall trees in this area. Nowhere near as big as the redwoods in your dream, but kind of reminiscent of the redwoods in your dream.
What direction?
It is a redwood forest, and it is relatively dense because you guys have gotten away from the main road and then even off of the dirt road that leads up this direction, which the van is right now turning onto. At this moment, Trae, I'm going to assume that you're still monitoring that audio channel.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sure.
You hear more orders. You hear Exeter, you lay down covering fire. Macro, you man the drones.
All right, so then that coming to get... Okay, never mind. I didn't hear that.
No, Mr. Reggie, they have a long range that will be laying down suppressive fire. They as well have additional drones for observation that will be monitoring the situation. I must tell you, they want you alive. They named you specifically.
That's no good. That's not good. Listen, hey. So it sounds like they know we're waiting here, right? They're not coming to get the drone, right?
No, they are aware of our presence somehow. Yes.
So preemptive strike.
Well, the drone had a tail on you up until you shot it.
Yeah, so I was sort of thinking that maybe they had lost tabs on us, but apparently not. So, preemptive strike, no?
If that is what you believe, then yes.
And here's what we can surmise. There was a signal from the drone, even though it was downed. And that signal stopped when Trae hacked it.
Mhm.
Is there any place around here where we can set up sort of a not an ambush situation, but like around the road? We know what road they're coming down, so can we set up something? Can we move the car?
Well, you're already in a slightly elevated position with a good view of the car from off the road.
Okay.
I mean, you've already established that.
Do I have enough time to go rig like a grenade or something to the car that I can shoot?
You have like 3 minutes now.
No. Okay, so that's a no. Okay, I think. Yeah, I mean John's shitty tactical mind doesn't know what to do here. I say we just set up and we just start pot shotting them when they get out of the car.
And right about now, although no one knows it, Jack has just crossed the halfway point between his house and here.
All right, so we got Jack about halfway. Maybe he should know that it's well, he already knows, right? That it's imminent battle. It probably figures it, right?
Yes.
I'll send a signal to the Applegini that will show Nash's. So Nash, it's the car already has his current location, and then the location I gave him that he's navigating to.
Not only that, but just reminding you, you've already hacked that car, so you've got.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A back
yeah.
door.
So I'll set a third route option into the car that is the current location of the van. So it'll show up as like a secondary destination.
You know, I'm pretty sure you can just tag the map with various icons. I mean, imagine Google Maps, but it's like updated continuously with a constant stream of data from millions of sensors all over the city and all over the highways. So it's like, you know, you can send your friend a map of where you are and where they are and where the ice cream shop is and a little happy icon that you put like at your boyfriend's house.
In that case, I'll mark the van's location as a skull and crossbones on the Applegini's GPS.
Todd.
Yeah, so basically you're giving Jack, you're taking the feed that you're getting from the city, and you're streaming that, or actually you're converting that. I guess I need to make a roll. You need to make a roll here. You're taking that data stream, you're converting it to a holo map, a public holo map format that Jack's map reader will pick up and read.
That makes sense.
You're already in the car and you already have the data, but you have to convert it to the format for his car.
Right. If I had time, it would be fine, but I'm trying to do this in about 3.5 seconds. So
yeah, and that is
I do want to try something before they get close. Like, but the 3 minutes out thing, it's a bad idea. I'm just throwing it out there. For whenever, whenever you're ready, it's gonna. I have to. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. I know, but
it's another hard. So 5. You need to be 5.
All right, and programming, or comp sci.
I also want to say encryption on this one.
Encryption, sure, I can do that too.
Yeah.
That is 5, 6, 7.
There's another yes and.
Killing it.
You're totally fucking killing it.
I mean, it's hard when you're rolling on like +2s and +3s. Like, let's see. Yes.
Yeah, these are public networks and a car that you've already hacked.
Right.
So you're pretty confident that you can move around these places pretty easily. They're not super well secured.
Yeah. Could we do yes and outside of our specific location that somehow I'm able to find Nash a shortcut that'll cut a few minutes off of his trip?
Ooh, that is wonderful.
Not so that he shows up like on time.
Yeah, you do in fact notice a shortcut, but it's going to mean that Jack, you have to basically go on rough road for like 1.5 miles. It's just no road. It's just through the trees and rough dirt.
It's like an old access road that hasn't been used in a while.
Yeah. It's going to break all kinds of chassis.
It's going to fuck up
yeah. The Applegini might not make it home.
Like it pings and comes in, and he kind of like spreads it out to see what it is, and it's just like fucking trees. Like it's
nightmares.
He's like, not like he fucking swipes it away, and then he just like he takes it off of the auto, and just like and he's driving right, like he's speeding at this point. Then when that comes in to try to like make up the difference. I mean, he's still gonna be late.
I'm assuming on auto drive, the Applegini would not actually take this route.
No.
Like it would tell you that it's inaccessible.
It would stop and advise you that you're
you've
reached the limit of this route's
Yeah.
viability. So he's switching to manual, but he's not taking the shortcut. Is that what I hear?
He's not gonna because the car's too. I mean, it's fucking 2 inches off the ground.
Oh, come on, you can do it.
No, he comes up the highway. I mean, he's in an Applegini. Like he can make pretty good time.
All right. It is 2 minutes later when you guys hear a heavy engine rolling up this way. It's coming quite fast. They're now within hearing range.
Okay, I want to do a thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to tell you what I want to do, and then I'll try to sell you on it. I want to take over the body of the guy in the back seat and shoot the driver. So listen. I think I have a pretty good rationale here. Crazy things are happening. We're all aware of this, right? He just basically we know the whole layout of the situation and like who's in the car and what. I can visualize this. Reggie can just, he's very creative. He can visualize this. He wants to put himself, you get what I'm saying? It's all circular. That sucked. It's bad job. I think I can take control of the guy in the back's body and shoot the driver. I think I can do it. I know there's 3 guys. I know there's a guy in the back. I know he's got a gun. Okay. I know where they are.
So this is a lucid dreaming roll.
No, I was thinking charm piloting airspace. Actually, I pulled that wouldn't be a bad combination. No, lucid dreaming totally, yes.
You need to beat a 10.
Shit. All right, so what did we say? Because the best I can do is a 9. What did we say about that? A 9 is just is a no, right?
If you miss by 1, that's a no, but
it's the butt that counts.
It is the butt that counts.
That counts, yeah.
So so here's the thing. I'm gonna bet.
My little pony dice.
How's that for audio? I'm gonna roll it. This is in the moment. This is what Reggie wants to try to do. You'll probably lose Reggie. I'm sorry for the battle. Okay, but it's all right. Everything's gonna work out just fine. There's gonna be a 6 in here. There's always
as long as you don't roll a no and, we're good.
No and would be bad.
No and would be very bad.
Yeah. Okay.
They might not have to worry about taking Reggie alive.
Yeah. Right. Well, Yeah, no, they're not taking Reggie alive. Yeah, I mean there is a 6 in there, so like there's a 9. There's 2 6s, so there's a 9. Okay. So it's a no but. So Reggie just says, "All right, hold on, I'm gonna try something." he just starts shaking on the ground
from his eyes, his nose, his ears.
He fails, but I think maybe that man, the one man, is maybe incapacitated for a little while. Maybe not the whole thing. Yeah. But like
that guy gets a migraine.
How about this? Maybe we only have to deal with 2 people until Nash gets there. Is that anything?
That guy, yeah. I think that guy suddenly remembers migraine. That he left his stove on.
Okay.
And he's now distracted.
Okay. Well, it takes a few seconds at least. Reggie is like trying furiously to make something happen inside the van, which you hear it come to a stop. They're not yet in visual range. They're on the other side of a small hill from you. They come to a stop, and really quickly they roll out. You hear the commander's voice in the audio tray. You saying, "Roll out, we'll get those drones up and ready." And at that moment, Reggie, you've managed to push this burst of anger into the dude that you're targeting. You don't even know who it is. And Trae, and you don't hear this either, but Trae, in the audio, you hear the other guy whose voice you hadn't heard till now. He goes, "Fuck you, Jackson."
Okay. So I did it. My left arm feels weird. Everything feels weird. I'm gonna avenge someday. Someday.
Yeah, you've given yourself a monster headache.
It hurts so much.
And at that moment, you see a couple lights come flying up over the hill, and then a couple more. There are 4 drones in the air.
And I will immediately, Mr. Reginald, and he'll point.
I can't look up. Drones. So I guess maybe shoot the drones. How far away are they?
Well, if you move,
not the
real
drones,
quick,
the peoples.
Oh, you don't see the peoples yet. They're on the opposite side. Okay. Yeah, they stopped at a tactical spot, just on the opposite side of the hill that you're on the side of. And they deployed their drones ahead of them. So the first thing you hear the engine, you hear it come to a stop, you hear doors slide open, and these drones shoot up.
All right, what do you think? Do you think you can maybe hack those things? Is that did I say those words right? I'll shoot him.
So we'll just keep it like really low, and
I'll shoot him. But I was wondering if maybe you could just take a second to hack him. Could you?
As far as we know at this moment, they do. We have to assume both at the same time that they are aware that we are here, but also that they are not. So I believe that we should keep a low profile as possible, yet be prepared that they will begin an assault.
Yes. Oh, no. Definitely. They're definitely coming in for an assault.
We're about to jump into action frames, and the soundtrack is going to be Drones by Muse.
Okay. That's
I'm gonna as they're kind of doing as they're kind of talking this, I'm gonna attempt to also counteract, and Trae's drone will kind of like pop out from the little. He has like a little pocket for it on his backpack, and it'll like pop up and just hover along the ground to try to also do some of its own recon.
Oh, nice.
So you're going over the hill toward the
so I'm going to send the drone up over the hill to see if it can see kind of down to where the rest of the people are.
Okay. The drones deploy in a big grid, and it only takes a few seconds for them to stop hovering, which you
Mhm.
take as indication of the fact that you've been spotted. Meanwhile, your drone goes over the hill, and it shows that there are indeed 3 guys taking cover on the opposite side of the van. One of them is using a laptop thing or a tablet of some kind to control the drones.
Yep.
One of them is breaking away from the
Median.
van and moving at an angle, so he's kind of at your 4 o'clock. He's going to be coming up on the other side of the hill, heavily armed.
What do you
All right.
what do you see?
I'll
They're preparing
is there-
a pincer attack with air assistance.
Oh, classic pincer.
Yeah, I'll convert kind of a like almost like a hand-drawn map will pop up on the HUD, basically saying like, okay, we're here, almost like O's for us, and then like XXX for the bad guys.
You're sending this map to Nash?
No, just sending that to myself so like I can keep track of everything.
Okay. Well, that takes
And
a
then-
couple seconds. Reggie, you just waiting for action?
Well, I'm waiting to. Can I see any of them?
no.
Yeah.
No.
So
The only
I'm,
visual you have is the drones.
So
now,
yeah. Sorry,
Here's
go ahead.
something you can probably figure out. You know, you've been in the field. You've been in their position, right?
Yep.
You're coming out. You're coming out to seek some sort of opposition, but you don't know their exact location. The closest location you have is a beacon that you know they were recently at.
Mhm.
So they have a tactical advantage. You need to offset that advantage by using an eye in the sky to locate them before you physically engage, if at all possible.
Yes.
And that's what they're doing.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of what Reggie's going to be doing, seeing as he's seen this before, is scanning the area like for the person that would most likely be closest to them to try to get some preliminary shots off at them. Like in a prone position.
You'd have to move. Okay, so you want to hit your belly and scramble up to
Yeah.
the crest of the hill.
Stay on the crest of the hill, and then I'm looking for people
Okay.
to shoot.
Okay, so by the end of this frame, or by the moment we're going to start counting frames, you're at the crest of the hill. You have an eye on the van now. There's 2 guys there on the opposite side of it from you. The side door, both side doors of the van are open. The back hatch is also open. You don't see the third guy. Yeah, you can't from where you are because he's going around the hill. So you know there's a third guy. You don't have visual on him. That's going to be your setup for the moment the action frame begins. Nash, you are still about 7 minutes away. And Trae, what are you doing?
I am going to. So I'm assuming that the guy controlling the drones is on a network, right? There is a at the very least there is a signal coming from the tablet he is using to the drones.
Mhm.
Is there any way that I could detect that signal and hack not the drones but the tablet, but his controller?
Okay, so they're running a virtual private network, which is basically they're encrypted on the public network.
Yeah,
so you have
okay.
access to the public network. You would need
Yep.
to A, identify which stream or packets are theirs, and then B, break the encryption.
Makes sense. So yeah, I'd like to take all the data that's available. I'm leaning on the fact that we are in a fairly sparse area.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of packets in this general vicinity.
No, in fact, you're looking for a known pattern. You're looking for 4 points receiving from a central point.
All right, yeah. All right, so I'm
So
gonna
this
try
first
to
one
do-
is I'm just going to say computer programming because it's kind of a general knowledge. What I just said is what you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Yeah. That's a 9. 6
yeah,
plus
which-
3.
Which is another yes, and you're just fucking slaying this shit today.
Like I said, it's
So-
hard when you're rolling 3 dice and you get a plus 3. Like
Okay.
it's hard not to.
You have not to roll a 6 somewhere in there. Yeah.
Right.
You have identified which signal is theirs, and it's the same encryption pattern as the previous drone, which I don't remember.
Oh, beautiful.
I think you did. You broke that before.
I did hack. Yeah. Yep.
So you can. As soon as the command is sent to the drone hears it and responds immediately. So it's not like you're going to be able to respond faster than the drone, but if you want,
Right.
you can see all the commands that are being sent to it like on the fly.
Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you, I'm not sure. I doubt I'll be able to do it in this scene, but my plan, I don't want to do anything to the drones. They're up there. I want to change the information, the data that is on the tablet itself. I want to make it look as if we are where we aren't.
Okay, so next frame, you're going to want to be hacking into the tablet from the encrypted network.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to add another and onto the and for you.
Okay.
Because now that you've like got a little sort of a visual display of 4 drones receiving from the central point, which is the guy's tablet.
Yep.
You don't know what it is, but one of the drones is different than the others.
Okay. Interesting.
It has a different response time, and it behaves differently in the air from the others. So both visual and data are corroborating. There's something about that 4th drone that's different than the other 3.
Mm-hmm.
And at this moment, we're breaking into action frames because they now know exactly where your position is, and they've got their men in position. There is fire from the opposite side of the hill that is coming from behind Reggie. Actually, no, closer to Trae because Reggie ran forward and crawled up the hill. So behind Trae, and then the guy who's not using the tablet, the other guy, he comes out half cover in front of the truck and begins shooting up the hill at Reggie. So that's happening now. You guys tell me what you're doing. We all roll simultaneously.
Firing back. I mean, if I see him with the half cover, I mean, I'm trying to hit him too.
I'm basically,
Trae, you're still doing your programming.
I'm gonna basically sit up against a tree. But I am still like my number one goal is to, because I'm convinced that they know where we are because of the drones. So if I can alter our position that the drones are conveying back to this guy, then we can throw their entire system off. So I'm still going after that.
Okay, so effectively you're doing something else. Okay, so we've got one guy coming around the hill. He's firing in your general direction, but he actually doesn't have visual on you yet. That's a shot coming toward Trae. The other guy coming firing at you, Reggie, he saw you move forward on the drone, and then he looked up and he sees you literally. Yeah. So you and he are both half covered. So both of you are going to have a -2 to try to hit the other one.
Okay.
Okay, and everybody roll. Okay, my best is a 7.
That's mine.
Ugh. So do you want, since I'm trying to break into his system, basically, you want an encryption roll from me?
That is what I want from you.
Okay. Well, here comes the bad roll. That's a 4 total. My highest was a 2. So.
Okay, that's going to be a no but. But right now there's gunfire going on, so we're going to cut back to you. Okay, so your best is a 7.
Yep.
My best is a 7. That means we both hit each other. But also something positive happens for both of us. Oh, damn. Reggie, you're hitting the throat.
Oh, okay. So
The-
next character
on the right side.
Okay.
Okay. It did not sever your jugular, but you feel it go through and out the other side. You have a hole through the side of your throat right now.
Shit! Wait.
And I'm let me see. That is
Is that the good thing that happens for me?
well, I haven't decided what what he got either. Let's see. I'm just going to call that health. That is 1 point of health from you.
Oh boy, that's no good.
Okay, and you hit him in the left side, and that is also a point of health from him. Okay, and for you, I'm going to say the butt is he falls over into full view. So then your next shot on him is not going to have the -2 against it.
Okay.
And the butt for me is similar. You roll because you're hitting the throat, and you just sort of instinctively roll, and it sort of tumbles you into a more visible position on top of the hill.
Nice.
And while that's going on, oh my God, Trae, you're actually hit.
Okay.
You're hitting the left shoulder. You're taking 1 point from health.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. This isn't good.
And at this moment, you hear a loud voice issuing from 3 of the drones up above, and it's Jackson, the commander's voice. He's saying, "You are surrounded and have no chance. Surrender and put your hands up." And he's trying to sound like a cop, but you know these guys aren't cops. Okay, next frame. What's everybody doing?
I'm shooting the guy in the open. Fuck you're not taking me alive. I don't know that you're trying to do that though, so forget it. I'm shooting him.
Trae told you.
Yeah. No, I know. I don't want them to know that I know.
There.
Real quick. So I'm aware that I wasn't able to break this guy's encryption, right?
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, let me do a quick roll over here. Defense mode is triggered. His system locks you out.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, in that case, I was just hit. Now I'm in defense mode. So I am going to actively take cover now. And while trying to almost let the gun guide me. And
you were up.
To shoot. So I'm gonna try
tree.
Yeah.
And at the moment you made that move, your thought was cover from above.
Yeah.
But you got shot from the guy who just rounded the hill over here. So
exactly,
now you want to scramble around the other side of the tree you're hugging right now.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna split my action basically. So I want to actively take cover. I want to defend while returning fire. Okay.
All right. That's you're a -2 on both of those because you're doing both at the same time. Reggie, you're returning fire. My guys are just firing again. Actually, no. The one who's firing at Reggie is firing again. The one who's firing at Trae is just tracking you. He actually does not shoot this time around. Everybody roll.
Okay.
My best is a 9.
So I got 5. I have a +2 from the pistol, but a -2 from the thing, which watches out. So that's a 5 for me.
My best is a 6.
Trae, you hit your guy because he was giving you a chance. The the speakers were telling you to surrender and put your hands up. And he actually waited for a moment to see if you do it. Bad call for him because he just got shot.
I know what that means. They want me dead. If I come out with my hands up, I'm just a giant target paper at that point.
Yeah.
So,
well, you also know that because you got the message from that Lithium gave Nash in the bar. The bounty on you is dead or alive, so they could go either way. It's like no big deal to them.
Yeah.
Okay, but you do manage to scramble around the tree and get under cover, so you will have a +2 basically armor in your advantage if he takes a shot at you again. Meanwhile, he falls because you've just hit him in the right leg and he's going down.
I imagine too, when I run around the corner, he almost just holds the gun behind him, and it just kind of like auto adjusts in his hand. To...
Nice, nice.
These are sexy guns these guys have got. Reggie, what was your best roll?
6.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, bad roll. Did a bad job.
Yeah. Okay. So, Reggie, you've been hitting the forehead.
Peace out, gentlemen. Yes.
You lose a point of brains.
Just okay. All right.
And it is for a moment you're actually conscious of the bullet entering your head, and it is exactly like the dream of Orion's arrow.
I knew it was happening.
Has anyone's stat hit a 0 yet?
No, I have a 1 in brains and a 1 in health. I'm doing great.
Okay, so you're now at Reggie. You're now at a -2 on everything you do because you're badly wounded.
Perfect.
If you still have control of your body, it's a miracle, and you are going to need medical attention really fucking soon, like within minutes.
Hole in the throat, hole in the forehead, still alive. Yeah, medical attention. I think I need medical attention.
I think that's the end of the. Oh no, you got your shot. Oh yeah, your shot completely fucking missed.
Yeah.
So that's actually a no and your gun jams.
Oh no, my beautiful gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now that's the end of that round. We go into another round. Trae, you just shot the dude who is giving you a second to breathe, so he's changing his mind. But you're undercover. Reggie.
Yes?
Your dude is not firing, but he is using the door of the vehicle to pull himself to his feet. He's hitting the side. You don't really know how bad, but he is able to stand. And since he just got a headshot on you that he has visual confirmation on, he's figuring he can breathe for a second. So, Trae, there's some shots coming at you. My highest is a 9, but I'm at -2 because you're behind the tree, so that's a 7. Are you doing anything?
Shit. Yeah. I mean, all right. So, are we like new frame, new scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. This is the same scene.
Same scene. Okay.
As Reggie's guy is standing up,
okay.
your guys decided to return fire.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm asking, while he's doing that, are you just huddling down, or are you doing something else?
He knows that he got the shot on the guy, and so he's kind of he's like taking cover with the trees, setting up his defense, but he knows that the guy is wounded, and And I mean, I'm hitting the
Exactly
left
as bad as
shoulder.
you
My
are. Yeah.
my main hand is my right, so he's actually like circling around to try to come in at an attack angle at this point. So he's
Oh, you're moving.
yeah. So I'm like coming around to try to actually like strafe into this guy now.
Okay. Well, let me see. I came around a hill to spot you.
Yep.
And I fall. You scramble behind a tree. So I guess running up this way behind other trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get on my flank.
Exactly.
Away from the hill. So you're running downhill behind trees.
Absolutely makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. And so just go ahead and roll Grace. This is
sure.
This is easy. Beat
a 5.
Okay. Which means that I was at a 7, you're at a 5. Doing something else, you're not actively defending, so I did actually hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit you in the left leg. And you take 1 point of grace damage.
All right. I am now at a 1 at both grace and health.
And at the end of that frame, you're behind a different tree with a good bead on me, but now you're hit twice.
Yep.
Yeah, new frame begins.
All right. Trey's going in for the kill. He doesn't have anything else, so.
All right, so Trey will be firing at his assailant. Reggie, there's just like a cacophony of pain and noise in your head. But if you wanted to do something and it wasn't too complex, I'll still let you do it.
Sorry. Reggie's playing dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's going all possum. And he's going to slip his knife out of his little knife hole, and he's going to hold it hidden. Ooh. And he's going to play dead.
Can we do a flashback scene to when Chip was giving Reggie acting tips?
Oh!
Well, at one point during every session, anybody can call a character development scene, so that's up to you.
Ooh! A character that's not even in. I like it. Can he play Chip? Can he play Chip in Chip's flashback scene of Reggie learning how to act? The lead from the bullet lodged in Reggie's frontal lobe is giving him flashbacks of the acting classes.
Yeah, I don't consider that too bizarre at all. Yeah, if you wanted to do a character development scene, this would be Reggie calling the scene with Jesse playing Chip as a guest star in the flashback.
Awesome. I love it. Wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Oh, that's good. That's actually really good. But what you have to do, you just put yourself in the emotion.
But was I holding my hands correctly with
But it's not. But it's not about. It's what you feel. It doesn't matter where your hands are, where your feet are. You just have to kind of be in the moment.
So you're saying that in this scene, Juliet is just yearning for Romeo.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so you have to feel that love, feel that desire.
I love him so
much. And then the movement, your body will follow your heart.
Okay,
it'll become instinct.
This is such good stuff, Chip. You're such a good actor. Okay. All right, I'm into it now. Okay. Oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Beautiful.
Was it good though? Oh,
that was great.
Okay.
That was great.
All right, I think that's great. What's the next scene?
Are we using this flashback to establish that Reggie has a point of acting skill or something like that?
I mean, I don't know.
Yes. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. What does that mean? Do I just get that? I mean,
what is it? 10 experience points, I think. If you spend, you get.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm
You have what,
Foolishly-
200?
Foolishly, I'm saving up to bump my lucid dreaming up to 4. So I've got 48. But whoops, I just clicked. But what I was thinking was I've got that fast talk psych at a +2. Could I parlay that into bumping that up or no?
Oh, well, that costs more.
Yeah, well, it would cost more, but I see. So this is a sort of a vehicle to bump up. Okay. So that would end up being.
Well, I mean, character development scenes are often used for that. I'm asking if you want to. You know.
Yeah, I think. I'm probably dead. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. Can I hold off and just not?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I just like the okay. But I would.
It's an option. I'm getting excited because like it's so rare that we even remember to do a character development.
I know.
Could we possibly, instead of parlaying it into a permanent +1 in the skill, could we parlay it into like a temporary bonus?
I would actually totally. It's like a Kwai Chang Caine has the flashback moment where he realizes the exact thing he needs to do right now. Yeah.
My dad, I watched those.
Let's say the next scene that Chip had you work on was the Romeo's death scene, and you had to practice laying there perfectly still while Juliet gives her soliloquy.
Wait, but I was Juliet. I was Juliet, though. I was Juliet.
Well, yeah. So you had to pretend to lay there dead while Romeo. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
yeah, when
I like it. Yeah.
Your boyfriend wakes up and discovers you killed yourself for reals.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're saying I just sort of limp. I limp out over the direction, like limping out over sort of like the
exactly. Just let your body loose. Just try to put yourself outside of your body.
And by the way, remember, there's an important distinction. I'm sure Reggie would have pointed this out, that his challenge was greater than the challenge of the actor who played Romeo, because all he had to do was fake being fake dead.
Exactly. You have to fake Juliet, being real dead.
You have to fake being real dead.
Everybody knows that Romeo is really alive.
You're the greater actor here.
Yeah. I am the greater actor. Okay, I appreciate all of this. You are a beautiful teacher and a beautiful man, and I'm so sorry for what I do to you in the future.
All right. So guess what? That's going to give you a +1 on your play dead roll, which is what you're going to be doing this round.
I enjoy that.
As we go into a new frame. So you go ahead and make your play dead roll, and I'm going to go ahead and make your how dumb am I roll for my dude.
So if I get to play dead, so can I do grace with myself?
Oh, you know what? And my guy is pretty dumb. You have to beat a 3.
Okay, all right. I figured grace maybe, and then can I add my stealth or no?
I would. You know what? You could use grace or psyche on this one.
I'll go with psyche because that's. Oh, well, that is. Oh yeah. I'll go with psyche. Psyche's good. Adds a die. Yeah, there's a 5 in there. There's a 5.
You're using your psyche if you're really feeling it, like Chip said.
Yeah, I'm totally. I'm missing Chip. I take the knife out. There's too much. And I hide it, and I channel him, and I play dead. And if it's a +1, or if it's a 6, that's what I'm at.
That's nice. That is a yes and. So, not only is my guy totally convinced that you're dead, but you get an and on top. What is it?
Can I and I'll get the jump on him with my knife, and I'll stick it right in his neck, right in the same place. I'm gonna make a hole in his neck. Okay, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, not this frame, but I'll tell you what I would give you if that's the direction you want to move in. He holsters his weapon and walks toward what he assumes is a dead body.
Remember, their job was to take you alive, so he has fucked up.
Yeah. So the thing is, if I could get like both of them in range, I would just get one with one knife. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Reggie's dead.
I'm nice.
Fake dead.
And out on the other side of the hill, Trae, you and your dude are exchanging fire. So let's go.
All right.
Ooh, my best roll is a 9, but you're undercover, so 7.
All right, I got a 5, a 1, and a 6. 6 plus 2 is
Take the
8.
6. You got an 8. You're at an 8. I'm at a 7.
Oh my god. we might just make it.
So my guy he clips the tree right next to your head, and it makes you jump. You jump out of cover.
Yep.
But he misses you. Your shot, on the other hand, hits him in the right arm, which is the arm it's his dominant arm.
Yep. Trigger hand.
So it is his trigger hand.
Yeah.
He drops his weapon and falls again. This guy's been hit twice. Reggie, your dude is now unarmed, and he's walked right up to he's 1 foot away from you right now. You still hear fire from coming dimly in your scrambled consciousness. You hear gunfire being exchanged, 20, 30 yards away. The world is starting to go a little fuzzy, but you were doing a great job at playing dead.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
And the guy walks right up to you. The guy walks right up to you, and then he you hear him hit a button on a walkie-talkie, and he says, "Subject Carlisle is down. Prepare net."
Okay. I mean,
Trae, you hear that through your audio. Reggie, you hear him just fucking say it. Prepare the net. And let's do brains rolls for everybody.
Sure.
Well,
beat a 3.
No,
it's a 6.
I refuse. I refuse to be a 3.
Okay, well, this makes more sense because it was Trae that was wondering what's the difference about that 4th drone.
Oh shit! It's it's the retrieval drone.
It's got a net projector on it and a super heavy motor system. It's designed to carry a human body in a net. These are sometimes used against terrorists and shit like that. When they want to capture someone alive.
I want to stab this man. Is he close enough for me to use my fighting to grab him and stab this man?
He is 1 foot away from you, and his attention is on his walkie-talkie. So, yeah, you can totally do that, but a new frame has begun.
Yeah.
And out there in the woods, it's do or die between Trae and his foe. So we're exchanging fire again. Let's do that.
All right.
You do not have cover at this moment, and neither do I.
Nope.
We're both out in the open. My best roll is a 9.
Oh, 6.
Ouch.
Because I'm at 1 grace, so that's not good.
Jesse, you've been hitting the right arm. You're losing a point of... is it grace or is it might? It is might.
Oh. I'm at 1 on 3 skills now. With 3 stats.
3 stats. And your shot wildly misses him. But I'll give you an and. It's a no and. Oh, it's a no and. I'm sorry. I'm throwing an and at you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Twisted that the wrong direction.
Right.
Have you dropped your weapon yet?
No.
I just
got hit in the right hand, in the right arm, so that makes sense.
Yeah, your weapon goes flying. Now we cut back to Reggie and his dude. And his dude's doing nothing. So, all you got to do to hit him is beat a 2.
Okay, well, he's going to do that. I'm going to wrap him up and go ahead.
You're at a -2 because badly wounded.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let me just roll it before I even... well, my best is a 3.
Your best is a 3?
Yeah.
Oh, because you took the -2.
With a -2, yeah. Yep.
Well, okay, so whatever you were shooting for, there's no, you just exactly did what you said you were going to do, which remind me.
I want to stab him in the neck.
You want to stab him in the neck.
Yeah.
So he's on the walkie-talkie. He turns his head for a second.
Reggie gets hit.
Leap up and stab him in the neck.
Behind him and stab him.
I imagine he like leans down to check a pulse to make sure that you're actually alive.
Oh, I like that. Let's retcon that. Yeah. Okay. He says that you're down, prepare the net, and then he leans down. He's just gonna like put his hand in front of your face or check for your pulse, when instead your hand comes right up in his throat.
I grab him, my legs come up, wrap him up, and I give him a Filipino hug. I think that's what they call it. No, that's nothing. And then they just stick the knife right through him, and then I would like him to fall on me. Even though I didn't have an and, it'd be cool if like the net couldn't figure out who to pick up, and picked up him and flew him away, and that'd be cool.
Okay, so we've
I'm
done.
gonna try to take care of that.
We've done Trae and his dude, and we've done these. Yeah. So basically, it's a new frame is beginning, and it's nice that you mentioned the net, because you hear it deploying, and it is, as the next frame happens, it is the net is falling down upon you. Now, what's going on here is it's fired straight down from a drone directly above you, and it scatters out as it falls, right? And then the bottom end of it pull toward each other, capture you inside, and then the drone lifts it up. It can literally carry both of your weight if it catches you both in the net.
Okay, I think I know. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna try to roll away before it even.
So they're all connected by like smart cables, and so they spread out and then they contract again.
Your net gonna get me. That sucks.
That really did suck.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay,
I like it.
Your guy is kneeling above you with your knife in his throat right now. Mm-hmm. His gun is in his holster. He's gonna try to pull it out. I'm gonna give him a -2. He's as wounded as you are, but he's gonna try to get his gun out and fire a shot into you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to kick his hand that's going for the gun.
Good. Let's both roll. We're both at -2 right now.
This is the battle of the -2s.
Yeah, it is. My best is a 5.
6. I rolled a 6. I got him the -2, and that just takes my bonus out. I got a 1, 5, and 6.
Okay, I for me it's a no but. So I get the gun out, but I don't have time to shoot you. And you, it's a yes. Nailed it precisely.
Okay.
And you were kicking it out of his hand?
Yeah, I was going to try to stop. I was trying to kick his hand as it was going for the gun to knock it away.
That's perfect. So I managed to get the gun up, and I'm kind of fumbling with it because I'm in such pain, and then you just kick it like many feet away.
Yeah, good. Yeah, sweet.
And back over to Trae and his dude. And while that happens, the net was closing or hitting the ground around you and your assailant. You kick the gun out of his hand, poof, the net hits the ground, and you hear zzz as the smart cables begin quickly drawing toward each other, like around and beneath you. It's gathering up wood and leaves and, pulling plants up, and it's going to gather everything it gets.
Now, is this where the rainbow-esque arc of the Applegini comes careening over the hill, just in time to sever the cord?
We are almost there. But first we need to cut back to Trae and his dude.
All right. Go ahead.
Both still badly wounded. I'm going to try to go for cover this round.
Okay. I have no gun. I'm hoping he doesn't know that. I'm going to kind of go for a slide because I'm like, I was running down the hill to kind of go around.
Yeah, you're downhill of him.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of hit the ground, slide a little bit, but I'm imagining he's distracted now because he has his drone up on the top of the hill, kind of near Reggie, like able to see all this. And so he's actually going to take his drone and fly it into the net drone. I want to smash it.
Whoa!
Smash it, baby.
I spent a lot of money on this drone. But wow. I'm gonna try to send it into the net drone.
I fucking love that. That is beautiful. Okay, and it's also hard. So
yeah.
God, is it? This is programming, but you're like doing it almost like semi-automatically. You've already hacked into the program. You're controlling it with your thoughts almost.
Yeah.
So you can use brains or psyche, and you got to beat a 5.
Going
You get to add-
brains.
Oh, and you get to add. Let's see. That was my whole question. I guess it's programming is best.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tarek will actually like throw the hood back and like Superman leap up, like almost like he is acting as the drone to attempt to attack this thing. That's going to be a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, you've got another yes, and you're fucking nailing it tonight. Your drone slams into the net drone. Now, let me remind you, at this moment, the net is down and already starting to pull in.
Right.
But they have not been scooped up yet.
Yeah.
Your drone hits the net drone, knocking it out of its position badly, and
let's say one of the servos at the base that are cinching the net, one of the servos gets thrown off kilter and it temporarily halts closing in, so that I'm trying to give Reggie like an additional moment to try to get free.
Okay, I'm gonna take that idea. I'm gonna go a little bit different, but the same effect.
Yeah, it's fine.
What has happened is that your drone is lodged in when it's got like 4 big propeller motors, right? Your drone is lodged in one of those motors, effectively halting it, which is going to badly damage the drone's ability to maneuver and slow it down. But that also adds weight, which means that the drone loses altitude like immediately, which lets up a whole bunch of slack.
There we go.
And temporarily the net stops pulling.
Perfect.
And let's it's a new frame now. We're going back to Reggie and the dude who are now caught in the net, which is now the sound has suddenly stopped as you hear the drones collide up above, and you can barely comprehend what's going on, right? I mean, not only are you in like midst of battle fog of war, but you've got a hole in your brain right now.
There's a couple of holes. Yep.
At this moment, Jack Nash comes bouncing up his chassis on a big log.
It's so fucked.
As he rolls into visual, and Jack, right up ahead of you, you see a van. A little bit off from it, slightly up a hill, there's a guy crouched over Reggie. The two of them are being captured in a net from a drone up above. There's a second dude who's now inside the van. He appears to be the electronics dude. So he's manning the drones. You don't know where the third guy is. You know there's 3 of them, but you don't know where the third guy is. Just as you roll up onto the scene.
All right. And am I in? Do I get an action in this frame?
I'm going to say you get an action in this frame.
Sweet. So,
but it starts from inside the car.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I got a plan.
Oh yes.
Let's do it. What's everybody doing?
All right. So as the car rolls up, like you could hear the gunfire in the distance. So as the car rolls up, it just kind of keeps going, and he shoulder rolls out the door, comes up into a firing position, all in the van.
Ooh,
just
nice.
The van.
Nice. Okay. My guy inside is doing nothing, and I already said that the side doors of the van are just fucking wide open. So all you're gonna do is beat a 2 to hit this guy.
Fuck, you gotta be kidding me.
No way.
I get 3 dice. I rolled 3 ones, but I get a +3, so it's a 4.
Oh, okay. Woo.
All 3 of those dice.
Jeez.
Oh, all right.
Damn it.
Nice job. Okay, this guy's hit, and he doesn't even know what hit him. He slumps over his in his chair, and the tablet that he's controlling the drones with falls to the floor, slides out of his hand. Reggie, you and your dude are now like you've grabbed each other.
Yep. Yeah. Reggie is trying to. Well, okay. So we've grabbed each other. I want to rip the knife out of his neck in a way that will shred many things. And
Okay.
and then in that same mode, I want to rip it and then roll out from underneath the net, if that's even possible. That's kind of his idea right now.
Okay, well, if you get an and, you might manage to do both of those things at once.
Yeah,
First, you want to pull it out of his neck and with attempt to do damage, so we basically
please.
consider it an attack.
Yes.
While you're doing that, he has some fighting skills himself, so he's basically just going to try to pummel you into unconsciousness. That's what he's doing.
It's not going to be hard, but you know what?
Yeah. So let's roll it.
Your lifeblood with me.
Oh, my best is a 5. Oh, wait,
God.
we're both badly wounded, so we're both at -2. My best is a 3.
So mine's a 5.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. This is the worst battle. Just two guys like,
yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to punch you in the head, but I was hitting the arm, I was hitting the side. I'm in so much. Oh, and you kicked my hand, so my hand hurts too. So I'm like, I can't even hit your head. I hit the dirt next to your head.
Oh, I used that momentum, and I ripped that knife out.
And rip and guess what?
Oh no!
He collapses dead on you.
Oh no!
Yeah. So you know what? It has been a long time since somebody gained an experience point for killing an enemy. You just got one.
Woohoo! Woo! He goes, he just lets out a scream of energy, of what is it? Anxiety.
You just pulled all of the wet parts.
Yeah.
Out of this guy.
There's just a lot of blood on Reggie right now. It looks worse. It looks worse than it is.
And we bleed a lot.
It looks really bad.
Reggie is covered in blood, just sprays like a fountain out of this guy.
Most of it's his.
And Nash, you're like, this is like, you strafe the van because you see Reggie is like hurt and there's a dude on top of him. So like ultimately that's where you're headed. But first you strafe the van and then you come to wherever you're going to be at the end of the frame, right? And if you look up to get a beat on Reggie, you see that he's covered in his opponent's blood and the guy's head is barely connected to the body anymore.
I ripped out all of the connections. He's not a robot.
And we jump over to Trae and his dude.
I have no my gun's like several feet behind me at this point.
Lost in the bushes.
Right. I'm going to try. So I've slid on the ground. I'm going to try to like kind of get back up and like a baseball slide, like just kind of stick your feet, pop up. And then I want to circle. I figure I'm a little bit below the guy on the hill now.
You are.
I just want to run and throw myself like shoulder check into his legs to try to bash him down onto the ground.
Oh.
I want to just take this guy out.
All right. And I said I was getting behind cover last time. So it's going to be a little bit harder. You're going to have a -2 working against you.
Yep. It's all right. I'm rolling one die and I have a +1. This is going to work out great.
Yay!
Oh man. Okay, so my highest is a 4.
I think it was a 1. Was it a 1? It's a 1 or a 6.
It was a 1.
You rolled a 1.
It was a 1. So that's a 2. But I'm also working at a negative. So that's a 0. So there we go.
What happens on a 0? Oh, no.
A 0. I'm pretty sure I get shot in the back of the head and I
Weren't
die.
you hitting the right shoulder before?
Yes. I've been hitting both shoulders actually.
Okay, because he just hit you in the right shoulder again. This is going to be a point of might.
I'm at 0 might.
Okay, so you are stunned and inactive for 1 frame. You drop to the ground, unable to do anything next frame. And
That makes sense.
And that's the end of that frame, folks.
This is bad. This is bad.
We're not good at this.
We're not very good at this without Nash telling us what to do.
Well, now we got
Yeah.
Nash. New frame begins. Nash, you call your action first. What are you doing?
Can I see? Fuck, I was gonna say Chip. Can I see Trae or no? Or are they out of my
I'm on the-
my?
I'm on the
yeah,
other
no,
side of the hill.
They're on the other side of the hill. If you drive all the way up to the top of the hill, like literally right beside Reggie, then you can see Trae.
The guy in the van is still alive.
You don't know. You saw him slump, but you were in motion. You were going past him. You know you hit him.
No, he rolled out of the car and came up into a stance, like he was outside of the van. Like as the car started to come up, he kicked the door open, rolled out, stood up, and
Oh, you say he. I'm thinking my dude. I'm like, no.
Nash, yeah.
That's true. And so you just let the car roll until the hill stops it.
But it's on autopilot, right? I mean,
Yeah. Oh, it'll stop pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It recognizes this should not be here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
There's no
on the
more
highway.
body mass in the driver's seat.
Okay.
I should
Okay.
not
So
be
you
moving
jumped
right
out
now.
before reaching the top of the hill, which means you do not have visual on Trae. You do have visual on Reggie and the dude whose head he just severed.
Okay, so
You
I'm
can
gonna.
see that they're both entrapped within a net, and that there's a drone up above which is struggling right now.
Right. So I'm gonna assume Reggie's probably okay. I trust Reggie. So he gets in the van and just wants to knock that guy out and just boom with the butt of the rifle right in his fucking head.
Oh, you know what? And that guy, he's just the electronics guy. He wasn't ready for this at all. He's like crumpled over and holding himself and just going, oh. He doesn't even hear you come in, kick him in the head. So you only have to beat a 2 to hit this guy.
Should I add? So it's not a firearm. Should I do fighting Krav Maga?
Yeah, I would
pop
take
him?
I would take might plus whatever fighting skill. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a 7.
He knocked his head off of his body.
Yes, and I knock him out.
Okay, I'm going to give you the choice. You want him dead or you want him unconscious?
I want him unconscious because
That's how
we're gonna
good you are.
interrogate the fuck out of him.
All right. Unconscious he is.
And so it's just the shot is through the other door, and the guy's kind of hunched over, and then you just see the shadow of Nash come up, and then you just see the gun fucking clock him on the head.
Boof.
The
Guy
Shadow
goes
of
down.
Nash. There's your episode title right there. The Shadow of Nash.
Okay, cutting to Reggie. At this moment, it's you versus the drone, and the drone is badly wounded, and it's at a -2. But it's going to try and lift you up. It's going to try to resume its mission.
It's trying to lift you up to where you belong. It's helping you out.
Yes, thank you. I want to roll out from underneath the net.
Yeah. It's you versus me. So that's Grace. I don't really think I can give you a fighting ad on this. Maybe acrobatics if you have
athletics parkour.
I'll give you a parkour.
Okay, all right, then that's
For some reason that seems more applicable. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why the hell do you have parkour?
Well, it's athletics.
Okay.
It's athletics parentheses parkour.
Right.
Specific parkour.
Okay, go ahead. The drone is
Back in
struggling
my
to
youth.
pull you up. Oh, my highest roll is a 4.
Okay, mine.
You can beat it.
7. Yeah, I rolled a
Oh
6.
yeah.
Plus
You're out, and the drone lifts the empty net. Oh no, the net isn't
net.
empty.
Please,
It's got
It
the
lifts
dead
the
dude.
so it thinks it has Reggie.
Yeah, oh my god, you should. Oh my god, I should hack it so that it thinks it has Reggie, so it flies away.
Which, by the way, is just now it's like dripping
Blood.
blood all over the scene. It's like
Oh, that's unfortunate.
it's a blood basket dangling from a military drone.
This is upsetting.
And we cut over to Trae and his dude.
I'm incapacitated right now.
There's nothing you can do right now. Your guy walks up to you and attempts to knock you out. I only have to beat a 2, but I'm at a -2. My best roll is a 4 minus 2. Is it 2? I hit exactly. That's a yes, but
Yes, but he sees the guy flying away. The bloody man flying away. And he goes, oh! And pauses.
But there, Nash is aware.
I'm going to say that he does knock Trae out. He punches you in the head, and Trae goes down, like indefinitely. But then at the same moment, just from blood loss and fatigue, the guy collapses and passes out himself.
No. Nice.
That's the end of that frame. Back to a new frame. Cut to Nash.
Runs up the hill towards Reggie. I mean, he doesn't know how badly he's injured, so like he's got to get sit rep, check to see what the fuck is going on. Yeah, so he's booking it up the hill. If I have time, I don't know if I could make a medic roll on him when I get to the top, or if that's too far to run.
No, by the time you get up there, the frame is pretty much over. If we're talking in terms, if like there's any gunfire still going on, that happens real fast. So frames in this combat are like a second or two, but you do manage to get up to him and maybe pull him upright and look in his eyes. Now, Reggie, the world is like narrowed down to a kind of a tunnel. And suddenly Nash's face pops right up in the middle of the tunnel. And you just know everything's going to be all right. But you're having trouble hanging on.
This is not good, Chip. It's not good. I did good acting. What is it? Yes, I tried. What?
Are you okay? Like he just sees all the blood.
Ryan,
a neat hole in the middle of his.
Ryan shot me.
Now I'm gonna. It's okay. It's not in the middle of his forehead. It is in the middle of the vertical line.
Center line, yeah.
But it's more up here. It didn't go through the center of his brain,
right.
Because he's still conscious.
Right.
There were 6 snipers. They all
hit and then deflected up.
You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. Hold on.
You should
just lays them down. And I guess that's it for the free.
Yeah, he thinks he's looking at Chip. He calls you Chip.
Yeah. I'm trying to brag about my good acting to Chip.
None of that makes any sense to Jack because he wasn't in the flashback.
You should have seen my acting. Remember from the flashback.
I don't know what that means. You're gonna be all right, man. You're gonna be all right. Where's Trae? Where's Trae?
Oh, Trae was kicking the shit out of the other guy. He's over there. He points in the wrong direction. Blood goes flapping out of on his hand and hits you in the face.
Okay, Jack. You also notice that the drones are still up there. The one with the parcel takes off.
Okay, I'm assuming it's going back to the van. Like he's less concerned because Reggie's really fucked up, and he knows that the guy's knocked out. So if it's got like a home setting, he's just sort of assuming that it's gonna go to the van. If it goes back to Somnambula, fuck them. Then they got a package from us.
Oh wait, no, I had Chip. I had a thought. Wait, quick. I had maybe this would be a wonderful time to call an old friend for a little help. No. Oh God.
Shh, it's okay.
There's a hole in my head and neck.
Like Nash is pulling shit out, bandages, like he's fucking. I mean, whatever. However we get through.
Time. You want to do that medic roll? It's time.
Yeah. Let's see.
We should always wear our power suits from now on.
It's going to be a 5 total.
Yeah. You've got he's not in any danger of bleeding out anymore. He will probably drift in and out of consciousness, but you're not a neurosurgeon. There's no way to tell what this has done to his brain. What you really want to do is get him back to a med bay so that the computer can nanobot his DNA back together.
Does the Bago have a med bay? I don't remember because it hasn't come
I
up,
don't.
I don't think yet.
I don't think it.
I don't remember. I don't think it did.
You know where I bet there's a really good med bay? Dark
The
matter.
Aspera?
An old friend.
I don't. Why do
I don't think
it's
it did. I think it might. If anything, it
Okay,
had.
I found it. I found it. It has a galley.
Galley.
It does not have a med bay.
The most wonderful galley. It's amazing. It's got everything.
Okay. So just off on the side, if you could send me that, because for some reason I can't find it on my computer and I don't know why.
Sure.
You should have a copy of it. So he rushes from Reggie, assuming the guy down there is out. He killed the other guy. I gotta find Trae. And then
now that you're up on the top, now that you're dealing with Reggie, you've got him laying down on the top of the hill. You look down on the other side of the hill. You see Trae and his assailant, both unconscious. The assailant collapsed on top of him.
Okay. So he runs to Trae, pulls the combat knife, slits the other guy's throat. Because Reggie just got shot in the head, so they're all bets are off now.
These guys are serious, yeah.
And Trae is bleeding.
I think we can drop combat frames now.
So you want another medic roll then?
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
Trae's been shot 4 times.
That is going to be a 4 total.
Again, you can stabilize all his wounds, tie tourniquets, whatever. Make sure that he's not in danger of bleeding out. Trae's wounds, given time, will heal by themselves. Reggie needs a med bay.
Yeah. So he kind of like slaps Trae. He's like, "Hey, Trae, are you with me, buddy? You with me? You okay?"
Actually, Trae was only stunned for that 1 round.
Well, then he got knocked out, right? I mean.
Oh yeah, then he got punched in the head. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, then I just throw him. Fire.
Yeah, well, I'm not really concerned about seconds of time anyhow because the combat's over. So as long as it takes, you dash water on his face. Maybe you've got some smelling salts because you've got a first aid kit or whatever. Yeah. You eventually get Trae to wake up.
Hey! Look, Reggie's hurt real bad. What? Fuck, you're hurt real bad too. Look, we got to get out of here. I got one guy down there. Fuck, we got to get him to a med bay.
The other guy,
Reggie's hurt. The other guys are no problem.
You could go to a public hospital.
Thinking about calling Bento. How far is he? Kind of from where we are. Like Diaspora, I think would be too much because, why are you bringing bloody guys in here to be in the med bay?
Well, okay, the Orbgasm 2 is parked at Diaspora, so you could go there and on board the Orbgasm. There's med bays, or there's actually med bays at Diaspora itself. Right now, they would ask questions.
Yeah,
but if you brought a bleeding person in and carried them directly to your own ship, I think it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
I think we could drive the Applegini into the Orbgasm anyway. So it's you could drive it right up there.
I can't fit 4 guys, right? So we're gonna have to take your car because the other guy's going in the fucking trunk.
Or this shot up van.
Nash's thought would be that they would be able to track the van since it's a smart van, so we're not taking
Sure.
that.
I mean, I could always as if I'm cognizant enough, Trae could try to shut that shit down too.
Yeah, you could try hacking the van.
In fact, I've already hacked the van.
Look, well, we don't want to leave your car here if I got to leave the Bago too. Neither you're not in any shape to drive.
Okay, Reggie, at this moment, you're seeing a rainbow that sort of spreads out and it becomes a tunnel, and you're shooting down the tunnel, and the colors all correspond to different feelings. And as you maneuver yourself like a little to the left or a little to the right, you feel the color green, and it's a warm, soothing. And then you feel the color yellow, and it's making you nervous, and you feel like someone's watching you. And you're drifting from color to color. You have no fucking idea what Jack just said to you.
Ah, this is fucking beautiful. It's just beautiful. Feels amazing.
Well, so what I need to know is what's closer, Bento. Because I'm assuming
Now that
they
you
have
mention
medical
it,
pods there.
I think I kind of recall you saying when you got the house that you wanted it to be like pretty quick travel distance between there and Dark Matter, because you were working for Dark Matter at the time. So yeah, I think I'm going to say that Bento's closer.
Oh, and the cars are smart. The Appleghini smart for sure. Look, Trae, if you can hack the van, we'll take it. I'm going to call Bento. We can get Reggie in over there. There won't be any fucking questions. He owes us.
You may have to manually drive it, but I do believe that I will be able to black out the van.
That's fine. I could send the Lambo home. And then he turns away from you. He's on the phone. He's calling Bento.
All right, I'm gonna rush over to the van.
This is.
All right. It's not going to take Trae long to figure out whether he's succeeded or not. So let's get this out of the way pretty quick, and then we'll jump back to Nash's phone call.
All right.
Trae, you've already hacked in, but you're doing a different programming role now. Yep. And really, all you need to do is find all systems that connect to a tracking device and turn them off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
I just want to
beat a 4.
All right. That is going to be a wow. My highest is at 2, but luckily I'm rolling at a +1, +2, and a +1, so that is 5.
Oh, you did get it. Okay, nice. Okay, so you exceeded by 1. That was just exactly a yes.
Okay.
And while that's going on, Nash is dialing Bento. I'm dropping dice. Bento answers. This may be the last person I expected to be hearing from at this time of night.
Yeah, look, I need your help, and I need it like right now. How far are you out from the box or the cube?
I'm sorry. The cube sounds like you woke him up.
The building, the office. How fast can you be at the office?
What? It's midnight, Nash.
No, I get it. Look, Reggie's hurt. I need help now. No hospital. I need you to do this for me.
I can be there in 15 minutes.
I'm on my way.
He hangs up.
Trae, what happened to the van?
And he'll just kind of like reach over the passenger side window and like give a thumbs up out the window.
All right. We can get you a new car if we have to. Help me with Reggie. Head and feet. We lay him down in the back. Fucking, I'm sure they have zip ties and shit. So he fucking gags and zip ties the fucking guy in the van.
Let's say, what?
Put him next to me. I want to whisper things to him.
Mr. Nash, what would you like to do with your vehicle?
Shit. He runs back over and like types in a couple of keys to like send it home. I'm assuming he's got like
I could have done that for you.
What? No, No.
Using the shortcut, of course. It's more efficient that way.
Keep an eye on Reggie. All right. We're going to Dark Matter. Bento's going to meet us there.
Do
Okay,
you
so
believe that is the wisest choice?
It's the closest.
Agreed.
Roll the fucking doors closed and fucking haul ass.
okay, so everybody's in the van, and the Lambo's just going back to Nash's house.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's also Reggie's car.
Yep.
It's unfortunate, but yeah, there's only one of me and Trae. I'm not letting Trae drive it.
Yep.
Just gonna leave it out
There's
here.
Reggie's car, a dead drone, and 2 dead bodies. that
Yeah.
we're just not-
One dead body. One dead body.
Oh, one
That's
dead
right, one
body.
dead body. And a trail of blood drops
Yeah.
that goes off to the east.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, real quick, in that, I'll leave it. Feel free to say whatever you want. In that, in the kind of collective instance, could Trae have gotten his pistol from the debris from the forest floor?
Just go get it now. It's a brains roll,
Okay.
but it's hard. Beat a 4.
All right. That's a 6.
You found it.
Okay.
I'm perfectly willing to lose the gun. But
In fact, by the way, just that was it. That was a yes and. So I'm going to say you found it, and you found the other guy's gun, which is which is a smart rifle with the AI, night vision, and infrared.
Is it a long
Reggie
gun?
will like that.
Is it a long gun?
We got you a better gun, Reg.
It is a hand and a half gun. It's like Uzi size.
Ah, all right.
You could call it. You could use long gun skill for it.
Oh, was that a long gun you just threw in the car? Oh, I'm hurt.
That's a beautiful weapon, and it's a +1 if Trae hooks his DNI up to it.
Ooh. Now, if he hooked his DNI up to it, is that so? That's what makes it a +1 because the long gun that I had was a +1.
Yeah, this is it's a different kind of gun.
Okay, sweet. All right. Now, would I be able to benefit from his DNI?
No, it's his interface. with
Okay, so
brain
not
stuff.
the DNI.
DNI is his direct neural interface.
Oh, I thought it was the deribonucleic acid.
It's DNA.
I cannot
Get with it.
fucking believe I remembered that from high school science.
That was something. Okay, what about LSD?
It was a lucid suck day today for sure.
I think that's lysergic acid dimethylide.
Oof. Probably.
Sure.
Yeah. So kids at home, don't say we never taught you anything on this show.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got both of those weapons. You guys are both in the van. We're all hightailing it over to the Dark Matter building. And let's say you get there just a little bit after Bento. You see his car in the lot. The lights are on. Doors are open.
Yeah, we were all up, and I'm like, help me with Reggie. We got to get him inside. We got to get him in a med bay.
Both these guys look bad. There's blood everywhere. Both of them. They're covered. Reggie especially, because he's covered with the other dude's neck spraying fountain of blood. But Trae has, what, 4 holes in him?
Yep. Yeah, I have 1 in the leg, and then 2 in my right shoulder and 1 in my left shoulder.
So Nash says that, and then he kind of comes staggering out. And I'm like, forget it. Let me get it. And he like grabs his arm and like, puts him on his back.
All right, Bento comes out, and he's not a big guy, but when he sees what's going on, he helps you carry Reggie. You guys get him to a med bay and strap him in. And Reggie, you don't remember, you don't see any of this at all. You're not conscious of Bento. You don't know where you are. But when they lift you, you feel yourself being hoisted onto your back, and you're floating through bright white light, and you're pretty sure you're going to see God.
This is it. This is it. Finally, some peace and rest.
Stay with me, you motherfucker.
Ah,
We're not
right.
done yet.
Of course, I want to stay. Yep.
We get him into the med bay. It starts doing its thing. He's going to be anesthetized and immobile for several hours, which gives you time to explain to Bento. You want to tell me exactly what's going on?
Fuck. We were out and fucking. You remember? Well, it was Deck at the time. Look, Trae got cut off from his clutch. He was, and then he kind of stops and he looks at him. You see him sort of like calculate for a minute. He's like, "Yeah, look." Trae got cut off from his
Bento's
client.
cocking his head like, who the fuck is Trae?
And, you know, he points over to Deck, quote unquote.
Okay, Bento's eyes are going back and forth. Still no comprehension.
He was, look, it doesn't matter. Trae's with us. Somnambula is after Reggie.
Trae.
After Trae as well.
Pointing at Trae.
This is
Not-
Trae, yeah.
Not Deck.
Same guy. It was a cover name. Look, that's not important. What's important is
I'm sorry, don't let me interrupt.
Somnambula is after Reggie. They want Reggie alive. Trae or Deck, if you prefer. He does not. We use Trae now. He is expendable.
And don't dead name my friend.
They sent a drone up after I ran into. Anyway, they sent a drone up after us as we were coming in. Trae was able to knock the drone out. I don't know what happened after that. I went home. I thought they were coming behind me. I got a message said they had hostiles inbound. I made it in. It was a real fucking shit show. And this is what it is. Fuck, is Reggie gonna be okay?
He looks at some of the panels. He's like, I'm not a doctor, but I've never seen this unit fail. Listen, did this involve Somnambula?
I don't think it has.
I'm sure you're aware that there's a bounty on Reggie and your friend Trae here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that bounty comes from Somnambula. So I put out a few feelers to try to figure out what's going on. And I don't know what your history is with them, but you too, Nash, are mentioned in all of the communications we can get. And they're not many. We have agents in the field trying to speak to people who are connected somehow to Somnambula Inc. They're very tight-lipped over there. But all three of you have been sought out, in particular, Mr. Carlisle. These guys, they have something against you, and they want you real bad. Now, here's the most interesting thing. At one point, we had an informant tell us that she had been in communication with someone inside Somnambula, and they were tracking several people they referred to as dreamers. Now, we know because of the capitalization of the word in the text message that they didn't simply mean normal users of the Dream Deck software. The word dreamers was capitalized. Reggie's one of them. And whatever they are, there are 10 more. Somnambula is looking for those people, and I have no idea why. Can you maybe fill me in?
I think Like he's rubbing his face. Like he gets up, he's like pacing around.
Is this some sort of underground group? Reggie, are you a terrorist? I don't know. What's
No, look.
He's like glancing at the med bay and asking Reggie a question.
You remember when I asked you to help me with a problem way back? My former girlfriend Susie. I believe that she is a dreamer as well. Reggie wasn't with me at the time. My former partner Fitch, we got hooked up we use a fixer named Lithium. He had a job for us for Somnambula. They wanted us to go to this dream world and extract some data. We didn't ask any questions. It's pretty standard. I mean, it's fucking day tripping. We went in, we pulled the data. We got back, and there was problems. Susie had problems. We wound up going on a return and found out that it was Susie's dream world, and whatever we did, whatever data we pulled, fucked her up. And then she took off. And I don't even know if you know that, but I took the loose guns out there one night, and we broke in to the offices there because we got information that Susie was there. I thought she was being held there against her
So
will.
you're telling me you and the loose guns performed a break-in and entry at Somnambula headquarters?
They
I just
did.
want to be clear.
Yes. They did it of their own accord. I didn't ask I didn't force anybody to do anything. And
Well, I suppose we've answered why Somnambula has a target on your back.
it's been quiet for a while. I assume most of this
It was quiet until I got that call from Somnambula that night. What was it, a month ago? With your friend Chip, who was having dreams about Reggie, and they insisted that I patch you through. Something happened. Now, I don't know what it was, but it was just before you guys left here. I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of stuff that I have no knowledge of.
He holds up his hands, like sort of placatingly. He says, "Look, that was the only time, and when we were there, I spoke to her. She said it was over. She said that she was there of her own volition, and Cordoba let us walk. It could have been a bloodbath, but he let us walk, and nothing came out of it.
Well, apparently Cordoba has a little more discerning information now, because it seems like you and Moaka are expendable, whereas Mr. Carlisle is a special variety, one of these so-called dreamers.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have any clue what that might mean?
That Reggie's a little different than everybody else. He's able to manipulate things in a way that most people are not. When we've been on missions, Dream Worlds specifically, he's able to change things. And I'm going to be honest, strange things happen here sometimes around him. I can't explain it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I guess he's somehow tapped in to whatever it was that they were looking for with the dream decks. I mean,
okay,
yeah,
wait. Now, what you're saying is crazy talk. If it was coming from anybody but Jack Nash, I would dismiss it outright. Have you seen this with your own eyes?
I have. We have footage of it, actually. I think after what Chip went through, and he kind of like hangs his head a little bit, he says he may also be a dreamer as well. I know they were keeping. Trae was able to find out that Somnambula was keeping track of Reggie. They had data specifically, and we had been considering here within the last few days of trying to get that out. Trae was actually working on that with his Clatch, but was cut out from them. So we don't know what the data. Trae had some information. I mean, he could probably tell you more. I'm not really sure that there's a
Honestly,
network.
I'm not sure that I want to know. I mean, there are wheels within wheels, Jack. There are corporate allegiances and blocks of power that sort of have to go the way they're forced to go, depending on their allies and their uppers, and who they've made partnering agreements with, etc. And without revealing too much, I have to say to you the same thing I did a year ago when you came to me with this problem. I cannot take dark matter into conflict against Somnambula. There are, let's say, political reasons.
I get it. I need to get Reggie someplace safe tonight. I needed to get him fixed
I'll
up.
back you up any way that I can. If you need medical assistance, you've got it. If you need some information, you've got it. But I don't think it's wise for us to be communicating in any visible way, if you get what I'm saying.
I get it. And I appreciate you coming
really
out here
cannot
tonight.
afford to have dark matter pulled into this. And as a friend, I feel for you. Strategically, I worry for you because the deck is stacked heavily against you. But in terms of the politics of the corporate world, I have to officially stay out of this.
No, I get it. I mean, anything that you might be able to float me through a third party or whatever, I would appreciate the information. I know what we're up against, and I'm not going to lose anybody else, especially not to Somnambula.
Well, I know the feeling. I might as well fill you in. Things are not really going too well on Oranira. The battle's turned against us, and we've had several hundred casualties. Little Kim herself was...
team.
They're all right. Little Kim was badly wounded. No one's dead. You don't have to worry about them. But let's just say this job turned out to be a lot more slippery than we thought it would. So we're in for the long haul.
Told you.
He starts to turn because he it's his gut reaction to be like, fucker, but he collects himself. It's almost like a look that passes over his face and then is gone. He doesn't say anything.
And so it goes on to tell you that we don't know who, and it seems as though it's possible that the leak may have come from someone inside X Investments, but the positions of several of our battle units were leaked to the enemy, and they were wiped out without even a chance, hit by airstrikes. The battle has turned against us, and little Kim was sent home nearly dead, looking not unlike your friend here. She's okay now, though, and back in action.
Can you? Fuck. Can you? I mean, is there any way to get them out of there?
The mission is what the mission is. We're committed to this contract. Legally, our hands are tied. I signed it. We accepted the money.
I hope you're going to do everything you can to keep them safe.
You know that I'm doing everything I can to keep them safe. I only wonder sometimes if you could have done a better job.
Like Nash holds his gaze with this like a fucking like a not kind look.
I know. But it is the truth.
You know I couldn't do that.
I understand your reasons. But now we're at a different impasse. And you know that I really can't do this. Whatever it is, he does not have a cat. He's not a cat person. I'm going to have to move you, boy.
Gaze into my anus.
And I will show you things you have never dreamed. Look, you know that I can't get involved in this, but I'll help you guys any way that I can, under the table and on the side. I already have feelers out, and they've been able to find very little information. Like I say, the people at Somnambula run a very tight ship. All that we've been able to gather is just text communication involving the Dreamers, and Reggie being one of them. But I will absolutely let you know if I find anything else.
I appreciate that. I'm really gonna have to think about what to do here.
Well, make yourself at home. You know the passcodes. I haven't changed yours. Call it nostalgic, but lock up when you leave.
Thanks, boss.
Oh.
He's gone. And so you guys are sitting around for a couple hours, just waiting for the med bay to finish doing its thing. And Reggie, you have an unusual experience. You're like sort of not in a normal state of consciousness because you're under anesthetic, and your dreams are just like a wild jumble of surreal and crazy events. But shortly before you gather your senses, you're like, at the moment you gather your senses, you remember a dream you were in the middle of. There was a bunch of children, and they were all going into a big, shiny corporate building. And all of them were very happy, and there was a smiling lady who was guiding them into the building. And then there's a man with long, dark hair, like in dreadlocks, and dark or dirty skin. And you're somewhere else now. You see this man, and he's working on a computer. And then he presses a button, and then you feel pain and shock as the building with the children in it blows up. And the man at the keyboard smiles and nods to himself. And that's when you wake up. And here's the weird thing. You've seen this man before. Back when you were a taxi driver, this guy got a ride in your cab one day. He lives in the city. I think I'm going to stop right there.
Oh my God.
Reggie wakes up. The med bay bings, the light, green light comes on. The door slides open. Reggie sits up, shakes himself off. looks around, realizes where he is. Can't shake that feeling, though. Those kids. Maybe you can stop it.
It dings. Nash looks over, then like jumps up out of the chair. He's got fucking tear in his eye. He goes over and he like grabs Reggie by the shirt front. He says, "You son of a bitch!
Ow!
What the fuck are you doing?"
What are you doing? Ow!
Oh, you're 100%, Reggie. Put all your stats back up.
Oh, I forgot.
And he just, like he hooks him in a fucking hug. Don't ever do that again, you son of a bitch.
Hold on, I don't want to go back.
Trey is looking at your unmarked body with envy right now.
Oh, how did this happen?
Mute.
I have my right arm in like a mock sling right now. It's just like barely hanging on. It's all tingly.
You're like, can I get a turn in that thing?
Jesus, that was nice. You should go in there now, Trey. It would fix you right up.
You might as well.
Yeah. Before he goes in, he'll kind of sling the backpack off and put it on the ground carefully and pull out the gun that he got from the other guy. And he'll kind of like hand it over to Reggie, and he's like, "I thought you might like this as a award."
Oh, an award for getting shot in the head. Hey, we didn't do. I mean, we did. I mean, you came out of it, right? We did. We came out of it. That's all you can ask for, right?
Experience points. Jack, 1 point for killing a dude.
Yay.
Reggie, 3 for killing dude and 2 yes hands.
Nice.
Okay.
And Trey, 8. 1 for killing a dude and 7 yes hands.
Wow.
I assume while they're waiting for Reggie, Nash probably goes out to the van, blindfolds that guy, brings him in, puts him in one of the interrogation rooms or one of the office rooms or whatever shit that they have in there. Like, he didn't forget that guy was out there.
Well, we did, but only for about like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get in, get Reggie in. He has a combo with Bento. I'm assuming there's only one.
I just rolled. Yeah, he was still out when you went out to the van. He's
Nice.
still unconscious.
Okay. Yeah, he's trussed up somewhere. And this is probably better because then Bento
shove him
doesn't
into
know.
a locker. Shove him into Tom's locker. with a note pinned to him that says "Happy belated birthday."
Nice.
Cool. I
There we
mean,
go,
it's
guys.
not cool, but
I think it's post-show time.
yeah.
That was intense.
Let's get a couple of seconds here. Post-show!
Whoa!
Holy shit.
I thought that I thought you guys would die necessarily because you figured they would probably.
I thought Reggie was gonna die. I first thought Reggie was gonna
I
die,
don't think
and
I
then
have been so worried that one of you was going to die since the rat planet.
Yeah, that
That was a shit show.
oh,
yeah.
I mean, I was nervous, but I figured like narratively, like they would have grabbed Reggie and then like treated him in the van because they needed him.
yeah.
And that, as long as Trae was down, they wouldn't really like they weren't necessarily gonna finish him. They're like, oh, he's down, all right, fuck it, we don't need him, let's go. If he dies, he dies,
Well, yeah, except for they can collect 10 megas if they bring him in. So.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, first, like, I was like, oh shit, Reggie's gonna die. I should help him. And then I was like,
What's going on? Yeah.
I
Oh
could
no,
die.
I could die.
yeah.
I am also made of meat.
You're right.
There is meat on me.
Oh, fuck. I was just like,
Yeah, right.
fuck, I want to do something.
Yeah.
So
God damn it.
terrible.
Yeah.
So terrible. You're just like driving as fast as you can.
It would just so like there's all this action. The camera cuts back to just Nash stone faced in the car.
That's the exact opposite from last session.
Lights whizzing by the car, at the
Oh my
fucking
God.
window.
Oh, the lights on the dashboard are warning you that hazard, uneven ground.
Yeah, right.
You're leaving the network behind. Turn back. Turn back. Finally, there's that one where you just like slap off the auto drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, that's okay.
That was
It's like
crazy.
Trae is prepared for combat, but it's not his specialty.
Apparently not.
And like, I just couldn't. Like,
It's like you're the new Duke.
Oh no.
and I just didn't like.
Like whenever
Like,
somebody got hurt, it was Duke.
Right, and it's just like he was under fire, and there was nothing else he could do, like outside of his brain. So
Yeah.
like I
You're
have
a
to
very
protect myself. I
specialized
can't.
character.
Yeah. So not nearly. I learned my lesson. Chip was super specialized, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why he fucking went down so easy.
That is true.
Trae is really good, but at least I spread it out a little bit more with him, at least.
Yeah, you did. Now, Trey's weak point is going to be when he finds himself in actual combat on a planet with no internet.
Right. Exact. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's at least why I have the drone. Like I have at least I figure between like the drone and the Bago, like I'll at least have
Yeah.
connection to something.
Yeah, yeah.
There's options.
So
Yeah. Without a local network, you feel like, hell, there's nothing to stand on. The water's rising
Right.
and there's nothing to stand on.
Yeah. So, like, this has been going on through the whole thing because, like, this is how we, quote unquote, narratively, why we lost Fitch because they attacked me in my house.
right.
We went on the mission, we got the stuff, then they came after me at the house. And then we killed those guys. They covered it up. They repainted everything. So I'm not super concerned about your gun being there or your car being there because they know those guys aren't coming back or they get a fucking body and a fucking net back. So they're going to clean that site.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I was going to go. They cleaned that. They not only hit wherever they want to, but then they clean up afterward.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the back of Nash's mind was that. So like get the Lambo home, we'll ditch this van. And then your car either shows up at your house or in a random parking lot somewhere in town.
Right.
Some junkyard.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
my car's been
You get a
stolen.
warning on your phone that you've incurred a parking ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like it's sold for parts to a gang in the Little Maldives.
Well,
Take
probably
it.
that, yeah. But like, fuck. And we have we may have to do some measure of planning outside of the game so this doesn't turn into fear itself. So we just plan for 3 hours. Like I'm almost thinking we fucking go after Cordoba at his house or in transit somewhere. You know what I mean? And snatch him up. We're going to get info from this dude because Nash is going to beat the ever-living fuck out of him when he wakes up.
Oh, this is a good safe environment to practice trying to control his body with my body.
You gonna become a puppet master?
No, you know what? I got this whole thing that Reggie has to say to Trae about how he was attempting that whole thing because he was inspired by his drone usage. That he wanted to make his human drones.
Oh, Jesus.
No,
These
this
are more
is
human
actually
drones.
this is actually sort of a watershed moment if we stop and think about it, because I'm pretty sure I'm the GM who either rules this is possible or not. We had you try this in the past a couple times, and there was like no way you would do it.
Yeah.
And then last session, when you saw the commercial, there was a small chance you may be able to do it. And this time, you actually kind of did it a little bit. This is the first time, for real, Reggie managed to willfully make something happen in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
I got in there.
Yep.
I felt it. I know it's there. The power is there. I know it's there. So that's just that. What sucks about that is that he's just going to keep trying. He's just going to keep researching and keep trying. I say researching, but that just means he's just going to, he'll find a rat somewhere and try to do it to a rat.
Well, here's the thing.
Do it to your cat.
You probably watch all sorts of, gurus and magicians and psychics and anything you can find that like might help you find a key.
Yeah, there's something.
Well,
so how many points do you need to get that one more point in lucid dreaming?
I thought that whole plus 10 thing was the whole way through, but like to go from 3 to 4, it's 100. So I'm not. So I'm at 51 now. So I might bump up my long gun because I was unhappy with my long gun performance in that battle. Just to do something. Well, when we have downtime, I mean. But yeah.
Well, there's a training montage with the new gun, right? I mean,
yeah.
You strip it down.
A break. But I do, because then I'm going to start the build. Gotta start the build up. I want to get that 4, so that 10 is theoretically possible.
With a plus 3, you're an expert, and with a plus 4, you're a master.
Ooh, I want to master lucid dreaming. Maybe, yeah. My human drone. I wanted to be a human drone boy. Was that the difficulty? This is like behind you. Yeah, you don't have to. This is just a question I had while I was doing it. Is it always going to be 10 when trying to, I guess that's too specific. That probably shifts. I mean, it's never going to be low, but that's probably going to. Did that shift on something specific, or was that 10 because that's
Earth
this reality?
Stable.
Yeah.
Well, first off, Earth is stable.
The stablest.
But I have some narrative ideas about Reggie that are sort of based on where you've chosen to take the narrative of Reggie. And so I decide sometimes that something's possible for him where it would not be possible for anyone else. If Jack said the exact same thing, I'd say there's no point rolling that.
You should try it sometime.
So yeah, it's difficulty 10, which is insane. It's literally insane to even think this can be done.
Good. I'm glad I tried
right?
it. Yeah, no, that's.
But at least Reggie gets to make a roll. Jack wouldn't even get to make a roll.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, this could be a dark new Nash after all this fucking gets settled out. I got to ponder on where he goes from here, because like he just straight up fucking slit a dude's throat. So
he did do that. Yes, he did do it.
That's like, don't you fuck with my family, man.
Well, I mean that's what it is, right? I mean,
it's the Shadow Nash, the Shadow of Nash. Now we've got the dark.
Well, Nash. Let's face it. Jack was a warrior for years. It's not like I would doubt he's never killed anyone before. I mean, he's trained.
Yeah, but I would say that the difference is, so like they were in the army, right? So like, hey, we're at war with these people. You're a soldier, go do your thing, right? So like that's your job, where this is not
personal.
And the guy was down, right? Like it's a personal thing. And Reggie's family and Trae is quickly becoming family because of this situation.
Yeah, even before when Somnambula sent goons after you guys, you really only engaged with them when they engaged with you. It wasn't like, we're going to pursue this to the end, and the end is you're dead.
Yeah. But now with so he murdered that dude because they fucked Reggie up, and like forget it. But now that, Bento is like, oh, by the way, you're expendable, and so is Trae. Like, okay, well, now it's extremely
Yeah, now
personal.
that's like, and something happened there. I mean, Bento said as much, and because of the phone call with Chip and all that shit. Something happened about a month ago that changed Somnambula's whole game. Because in your mind, and this must feel weird, when all this started, you were the POI.
Yeah.
And now you're expendable, and Reggie's the POI.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened a month ago?
I don't.
It was when you had the dream that was linked to Chip's dream, and you ended up saving the world by sacrificing the ship.
That whole thing. Yes. Okay.
Oh, you mean saving the world? Oh, I forgot about that.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was just a little thing about saving the world.
That no one knows about.
I love that. Yeah, you saved the world, and no one can ever know, and they wouldn't believe you if you told them anyway.
Isn't that the way it goes?
Yeah.
I feel like this is like Nash has thrown out the last fucks that he had to give, and I think Dark Shadow Nash is a good way to go. Let's go get this guy at his house and fucking cut him. Let's cut him.
Right?
All right.
Nash,
Hold on.
The Dark Nash. Let's call him the Night Tripper.
There it is.
It's like, let's go to his house, cut off his dick, and
feed it to my cat.
Well, so I'm wondering, right? Does he just
I'll take a picture of his dead body and tape it to a robot and teach my other robot to punch it in the face.
You're my girlfriend.
I'm wondering if Nash just doesn't fucking call him. Like, we had his card from way back. Like, he gave us his card and just be like, hey, motherfucker.
Hey, fucker, we're coming for you.
Yeah, we're coming for your dick. Nash, maybe just say we're coming for you. You don't need to add on the whole.
I mean, I don't know. It crossed my mind that, like, maybe
we're
that,
coming
like,
for your dick. And he texts back, did you find me on Tinder?
Who is this? I think what you're saying though is right about like it's sort of we can't just be walking around willy-nilly now. Like we need to get a safe house or something. Something has to like I guess we're okay here for a little bit, but we can't.
Yeah, so I mean, they're gonna watch all three of our places now.
Oh, and
if they haven't been already,
it's not only them, guys. That bounty is public. You guys will have bounty hunters from you've never even fucking heard of looking for you.
Like possibly for we know my head's for 10.
The bounty went out last night. Right, you were at the bar with Lithium, so like I don't know, maybe 8 p.m. last night, and then we went through midnight with the firefight, and so we end like maybe 1 a.m.
Yeah,
that bounty has been public knowledge for 5 hours.
Yep.
Fuck! Now I gotta go grab the cat and make sure to get him to a kennel until we get this settled.
You can't go back home, dude.
You know what? If you're expendable, what do you think your cat is?
Yeah.
Well. If somebody kills my cat, I murder everybody.
Yeah. That's right.
They know they're looking at it. They're looking at what? So 10 for Trae, probably at least 10 for Reggie, 5 for Nash. So like, we're looking at a bounty that people are looking to collect of like anywhere between 25 to 30 mega at the least.
Yeah.
Like who isn't going to be looking out for it?
This
like,
is
I'm surprised that Bento didn't fuck a terrorist in.
I thought that was happening. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have shot him dead right in the office.
No, actually, because they're a security corporation, there are laws preventing him from engaging in that kind of activity.
Here's another problem. Not only the cat, I got to figure out how to get the cat out of the house. When Scylla comes home, Scylla's probably in danger.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
They're gonna fucking use her as bait.
You have a co-star now.
Maybe, yeah.
Although
Right.
they have to be careful. They have to be careful because she's a public figure. So, like, chances are she's going to be on film. So, like, can these people risk? I mean, unless they go to great lengths to protect their own identity.
I mean, they shot up my house and then cleaned it as if no one was in there.
Right.
Maybe our
including
saving
removing
grace.
the corpse.
Maybe our saving grace is her show. Maybe we're just on the show all the time, just all the time. That way, nobody can ever, Maybe she'll get some.
I
got 3 dudes with hollow faces roll up and kidnap Scylla.
Yeah.
You could start doing like a regular. I mean, you probably do once a day, but maybe if you started like doing a regular update to the fans, maybe once an hour. And that way, if you ever stopped doing it, someone would notice and start trying to figure out why.
It's a reality show. How
It is
we
a
fight off the bounty hunters every time. Who will come after them next week?
Oh, holy shit. You turn your popularity against them.
Yeah.
You fucking turn a drone on
Mm-hmm.
and you put yourself on camera 24/7.
As we all know, whoever has the biggest piece of the popularity pie calls the shots.
That's right. And the show is called Follow My Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You just start fucking streaming yourself.
That's actually a really clever
I don't
idea.
think I won't do that on camera. No, that's
That's
not
really
a bad
good,
idea.
Really good thought, though. You should think about that more. That's a neat idea.
Would there be an up vector radio at the cube?
No.
Okay. All right, because I think that he would probably. Does he tell Scylla? Fuck, I don't know.
Because you know what, the dark matter offices are not mostly the day tripping division. There's just mostly security and bodyguard divisions and all that kind of shit. I mean, most of the people who work in that building, you don't even know their names.
Right. Drones. All right. I don't. Fuck. All right. I have to think about it. I mean, he would run it by you guys, but I wonder if we contact Scylla, tell her that there's trouble, and maybe not to come home right away. Or it just takes her out of the equation.
Probably. It's probably the smart thing to do. I don't know.
That might be a good idea. Whether she'll do it is another question.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she could
it's
shoot from anywhere.
Well, but I mean, one thing too, like people know where she is, and
generally,
so like you can they can. There's no reason to believe that a person couldn't, like, a bounty team couldn't just go to the planet she's on and like take her hostage.
That's true. She's on a planet with right now, because of the family's will reading and all that. She's on a planet with super high security and immediate lockdown. But she's not able to do that on just any planet. That's because this is a place her father had connections.
Yeah. So if she stays there for the next month, I'm sure she can
just until we get this done.
Yeah.
Which I don't see us lasting for more than a couple of days.
I was gonna give you a call from Scylla at some point in tonight's show. I had made a note to remind myself, but really everything that happened tonight was like within the space of half an hour. Or an hour.
Right.
Yeah, I think from go till we arrived at dark matter was like an hour.
Yeah. And then we downtime a few hours at dark matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll have to remember to give you a call from Scylla like early in the next episode.
Okay.
Because you don't know it, but you should probably expect that your girlfriend might call you once in a while. It happens.
Yeah.
Girls, they like that contact thing.
Yeah, well, he called her the one time, but like she was doing, she's doing her thing with all that. So like he wasn't, like calling her on the regs.
Oh
since
yeah,
she's been gone.
we left her in the middle of sort of a stressful scene with her family and her siblings,
Yeah.
all wondering which of them is going to be named the CEO.
Mhm.
Find out next week, kids,
Yeah.
or next month, next whenever. I don't know when you're listening to this.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete my drone from my gear list.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Go ahead and delete your damage too once you get out of the med.
4 drone.
How
Yeah,
much is a drone?
That was 2 megas. I bought the drone and added a +1 to it for my perception.
Okay.
That was a nice drone. I missed that drone. Robbie, I called it.
Robbie the drone boy.
Yep.
And yeah, well, this world requires sacrifices.
Yep.
The
It
Marduk,
did the job though.
the drone,
Reggie didn't fly off in a net.
your sanity.
Yep.
I'm so fucking stressed right now.
Really?
Yeah. There's like no there's just no safety. Like
Nope.
So it's game on.
Yeah.
We're dealing with a dude who is like high end within the organizations, so he probably has access to whatever he wants. Like there's no shit. The only places we can hide are the places that Trae purposely avoids because there's no connection to the system.
Yeah.
Like the only place we can hide is where there's no cameras, where there's no internet, where there's no nothing.
Yeah. True.
What sort of circles would that information about the bounties move through? Like Lithium was our fixer for, getting us work to day trip
That's
and stuff.
Some dark web shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's bounty hunters mostly get their jobs on the darknet.
Okay. So it wouldn't be like public knowledge then. I mean,
No, I didn't.
Not that it would
I
be
didn't
public
mean-
like on the news, but like it wouldn't be in the general zeitgeist of things.
Right. I didn't mean public.
Right.
I just meant known by potentially anybody you see on the street could potentially know it if there were a bounty hunter or a dark.
Yeah, like we're not on the daily news as like wanted by the police.
Right.
So
no, it's totally illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
To put a price on someone's head, that is an illegal act right there.
Sure. Well, yeah, because there are aspects of the world that we've never really investigated. So just clarification because of the characters then would.
Yeah. Well, no,
the
values like most cyberpunk or post cyberpunk, the values of the world are kind of like today, but just more powerful and darker, right? It's like neoliberalism on corporate steroids plus AI.
So the only thing we're really missing is the AI. Then is that?
Yeah.
And here it comes,
And
baby.
Right around the corner.
It's coming. Yeah, you could say corporate feudalism is another way of looking at it, because in Ubiquitous City, you've got the districts are all owned by different power blocks of corporations, and they all have their own culture.
I mean, maybe these are questions for next week. Does Somnambula control their own block, as it were? Then
no, Somnambula does not control any land holdings, any real estate of any kind, and politically, while they do have allies and enemies, they're not active in politics. They try to lay as low as possible. Cordoba's interests are diversified. He's aside from Scylla, he's probably the richest and most powerful person you've ever met.
Yeah.
Scylla's richer than him, especially after the estate gets distributed. And it's hard to tell, but Reggie might guess that his mysterious visitor in the black sedan is someone of equal or greater power to Cordoba. Whoever that mysterious man was. Because he knows shit about Cordoba and you and your I mean, he seems to be more powerful than Cordoba.
Yeah.
To put it
bad I didn't get
only
his
because
name.
I was doing Game of Thrones research because of another game that me and John are playing. But if Cordoba only almost feels like a little finger, like he doesn't have the overall, but he's not a figurehead. Like he doesn't have the royalty aspect, but he's diversified and he has power underlaying the entire system. So he has reach throughout a lot of things, but he doesn't have like the naming status to give him that upper echelon power.
Well, what he has is science and money. He's extremely devoted to dream science and how that interacts with dream worlds, and it is his life's work. He is extremely devoted to that, and because that enabled him to create the Dream Deck, which became a popular product, he became filthy rich, and now he can pretty much do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, like sending thugs out to kill someone or people or whatever he did to Susie, it's all illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he's hiring mercenaries to do illegal stuff. It's not like he has political power. He just has a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I guess a couple of things to then think about going into next session then. What information does Trae have? Because he did have a backdoor at Somnambula. So what information does he have? Is there some way for him to, I know he's been cut out of his clutch, but to work around, does he know the guy? I don't remember if you knew the guy in the van or if you just had a name. If maybe we could, so you don't know, fuck that. But
No.
what information?
But I mean, I could always. I mean, I'm assuming. Well, depending on, it's something that we could work on next session. But taking a picture of the guy, which I can just do by looking at him, and like running facial recognition, seeing if he has an imprint on the system, criminal record, anything like that.
We'll see if you can hack into the
is,
camera.
his connections. Yeah.
Right. So like we know the day and the approximate time that the guy rolled up on Reggie. So like if you could hack that specific camera and pull that data and then do the facial recognition and all the other, run the license plate number, like that kind of
That's
stuff.
assuming that there even is a camera out in front of the building.
Right.
Sure.
They might have been smart enough to roll up on him in a spot that is
had no camera.
Yeah.
I just assume it's ubiquitous, so like it would be something that we could investigate.
Oh yeah.
It's a maybe.
Yeah.
And one thing that it was the time was moving so quickly, but something that he wants that I want to do with Trae next session is I'm assuming so he like Clatch is number one for him, like the group, and so one thing is he wants to try to reach out to the other members above, because he figures like even above like the company, like working for the company was one thing, but the Clatch was something above. Yeah. So I'm assuming they had like, to kind of like a fuck you to the man type thing. Like they probably have like a private forum on some
there
dark
probably
website
or physical place where if you left a note, someone would pick it up.
Right. Yeah. So
your clutch was called
I
the
figured that would
Violent
be
Blades. So if you came up with
Yeah.
a name, I mean, you're actually Clutch TC3 144, but you came up
Yeah.
with a name for yourselves. So that kind of implies that there's a degree of camaraderie there. I think we could assume such things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something I would want to work
I like
next session. Figure all that out. Yeah.
that. All right, guys. I think that's it.
All right. Thank you, Todd.
Very
That
cool.
was
Yes. Thank you.
fun and disturbing and stressful.
Very exciting.
That was
I
my
know,
first real, like, out of all the sessions I've ever had with Day Tripper, that was my first, like, straight up real kind of combat thing.
Well, Chip got his ass kicked by the rat guys.
He did,
But
yeah. That
He really
yeah,
didn't have much of a fighting chance back.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right. Take it easy.
All right,
Thanks,
good
Todd.
night.
I'm gonna check out to
Okay.
go,
Yep.
go to bed.
Yes.
And
Sounds like a
then,
plan.
I will talk to you guys. Yeah, we should.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you definitely will.
That sounded a little nefarious.
No. I need it. I need it. So good little old fashioned D&D. I thought I almost lost Reggie tonight. I still don't understand the stat thing with like the health because like my health was down to 1. I'm like, okay, so I get hit again, I'm dead, just forever dead.
No,
You're-
so yeah,
you're
I was
down.
actually reading up on it. Yeah, so when you go, you have to have 3 stats hit 0. Once 3 stats hit 0, you are fucking no coming back from it, dead.
Dunzo. Okay.
Yeah.
But depending on what kind of damage you take, like the insane
Yeah.
amount of psyche damage that Chip took, it could
Right.
still render a character either like, oh, I lost my 2 points in psyche. Well, you lost your 2 points in psyche, you're insane. So it really just sort of depends on what you lose and under what the circumstances are.
Yeah.
So a bullet to the brain literally takes brains.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I
Yeah,
learned tonight.
Well, it's like a
so it's,
concussion.
yeah. Brains is damage to the head or sensory system. Charm is damage to the face, neck, mouth, or skin. Grace is limbs, phalanges, joints, or spine. Health is major organs. Might is
Or
muscles,
better
bones, or nerves. And psyche is brain, drugs, pain, duress. So, yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
Is it though?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. I like this system. I really do.
Yeah. I like that he spreads it out too. Like he clearly could have just fucking like had like either of us be like, nope, I'm just fucking attacking your Grace, and like, all right, good, 2 hits, you're down to 0.
Well,
Let's
that's the
move on to
thing,
something
like,
else.
because I if I get shot in the neck, I'm not gonna be very graceful. You know what I mean? So like I'm still rolling 3 dice on Grace, but
Yeah.
my health, yeah. So but that took my health down. It doesn't really matter. It's I get it. You got to have a system for it, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, the next couple of sessions should be bonkers.
I don't even know.
it's
I don't
gonna
even
be
know
fucking
how.
crazy.
Yeah, like because there's just there's no downtime anymore, right?
No.
Nope.
No.
We're resting in the med kit right now. Like that's what we're doing.
Oh, med kits and the med bay too. That just fixed
Yeah.
me. I'm like, I'm gonna be down for at
So
least a
like
month.
so it hit you in the head, but sort of like grazed off the skull, right? So you
Okay.
probably got a fucking you would have had a scar, but like so it fixed it. So that's why in brains it's more of like, oh, you're concussed, you've got a head injury, not you've been shot directly in the brain.
Yeah. I took right in the middle of forehead to mean, oh, you're
well,
just
then he shifted, so like center line, but not like straight forehead.
Yeah.
Like in the side of the neck. So
God.
you got like a through and through in the fucking meat here. You know, you didn't get shot like in the throat, so you got a fucking One of those voice.
Now he has a
picks.
tracheotomy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, we need a med bay.
Crazy. It's
We need
really
a fucking
good.
Bago needs a med bay.
Bago needs a med bay. And
Nash just like ripping shit out.
Yeah, he's like, I think the galley is like twice the size of a regular galley too. I think that's the issue with that thing. I'm like, you gotta have a nice galley, and it's
Oh, that's awesome.
Nash hangs up like a fucking curtain rod with a fucking sheet and like jamming the fucking medical pod in there. Look, we can only eat one at a time now. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We don't even need a galley. Okay, just
if it's nice, we just sit outside.
We just need to live. Just have the med bay repair all the organs that not eating damages. It's fine. All right. I'll see you guys. John, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
And
Take it easy.
yeah. All right. Good night.
Yes.
All
We shall talk
later.
and plan.
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right. This is I don't know. I don't know what this
That's
is.
fucking crazy. It's crazy.
I was just chomping at the bit to fucking do something. I'm like,
Right.
fuck. Ugh.
But you fucking rolled up and saved the day. So there you go.
Well, Reggie cut that guy's head off. You shot the other guy so that he passed out. The only thing I did was take a prisoner.
True. Yeah, but then you fucking like if you hadn't shown up, I was passed out. So like Reggie fucking would have bled out.
Yeah, well, that's true, I guess.
Yeah, Todd said he was like minutes away from dying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
with no medical care, he would have fucking just you would have shown up and Reggie would have been dead on top of a hill. Like
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be a shit show.
yeah. That was crazy. It's going to get worse. It's going to get so worse.
God, I don't like. Fuck. This is all I'm going to think about until we play again. Well, what about this? No. Well, what about this?
Oh, I actually like your idea of kidnapping Cordoba though.
Because, like, you got to figure, like, he's probably not, maybe he travels with some security because he's super rich and powerful, right? Like, he's not riding a fucking subway. So maybe he's got a driver that doubles as a fucking bodyguard or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, there's three of us. I'm assuming his home is probably, he's in an estate, right? Like he's not living in a fucking house. So like he's got cameras.
Yeah, he's got a fucking wall and
It's like Serpico level shit. There's guys fucking walking around or whatever. Maybe we can handle that. Maybe we can't. But I'm just wondering if he just doesn't like fucking ring him up and just be so, what do we do now?
Right.
Did you get the package we sent you? You know?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Like,
Yep.
What do you want to do to fucking handle this? Because if you don't lay off, I'm going to kill you.
Right. Like, call this off because every person that I kill just makes me want to kill you more. Like,
yeah, and that's not really who Nash is, I don't think. But you don't fuck with family, like. Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, that's not who Nash is.
Yeah.
But this is not normal Nash.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the new Nash.
Right. These are the shadow guns. We are not the loose guns.
Yeah, shadow guns. I like it.
Yep.
I can dig that.
I'm gonna have to change my tattoo.
Vest for the fucking cat. It's got a little patch on it.
Oh, awesome. That's our mascot.
Fuck, but there's got to be a way to get the cat out of the house. Like, he's not leaving the cat at the house. Like, it might mean a firefight, but
Oh yeah.
the cat's got to go to a kennel. Or to Silas' house. I guess you take the cat to Silas' house.
True. Yep.
Cat would probably be high in 10 minutes after he was there, but no.
We're just fucking on
leave
the
cat
just fucking
alone.
on the Baco.
I suppose.
I mean, I'm guessing that's probably going to be our, like, if we go back to your house, that's going to be the ride anyway.
It's a little unwieldy. Like, if we were going to, like, crash his car and fucking snag him, we're probably not going to do it in the Bago.
No. True.
I think
But
Nash probably
The
picks up a
Bago
4x4.
can jump
Yeah,
and fucking fly.
that's true. Fuck, I wonder if we grab the cat, throw the cat in the Bago, take the Bago to Diaspora, grab,
Which
like
is also a public place that's busy most of the time.
yeah.
So no one's going to try to do a fucking snatch and grab in Diaspora.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I mean, because they have security too. I mean,
Exactly, yeah.
and he could throw the cat bot in the fucking Bago and like they'll be fine.
Right, yeah.
That's not bad.
Man, shit, maybe that's the deal. Maybe we need to just stay as public as possible.
I mean, it might be, but if we're gonna get into some shady shit, I also don't want to be followed around by drones 24/7.
Well, true, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just in terms of like our safety, like staying in front of people as much as possible might be, I mean, but it also hinders us in what we can do.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, there's clearly stories in real life where somebody's like walking down the street, a van pulls up, they throw somebody in a fucking van and pull off, and you're like,
right?
Did somebody like hit? Like, what happened over there? You don't even know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
So it's not like we go walk around armed.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. Like, it's not a bad idea, but I think it hinders us more than it helps us.
Yeah.
Having a drone might be better, right? Because then we're visible all the time.
Right.
And then you can turn that shit on and off. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I could get you a fucking drone. I still have 51 megas.
Jesus Christ.
I don't spend it. I mean, the house cost me 5. The bot cost me 2, which seems like a really weird scale, but I've spent some, but like every time we get paid, it just goes away. It just goes in the bank.
I'm literally spending it as soon as I get it. I have 0 right now.
Jesus. I don't think Reggie's got very much either. He spent it all on the Bago.
Yeah. Right, yeah. I think that, what do you say, that cost him like 12 or something like that to buy that thing?
I think it was a lot more. I think it was like 50.
Was it? Wow.
Yeah. Because we were roughly at this, and I spent some, clearly.
Yeah.
And the incidental stuff we just sort of hand wave.
Right, yeah.
But I guess the Bago is probably not good, like if we need to do stuff. So I'm thinking like grab a cheap 4x4.
Right, yeah.
It's not like I don't have the megas for it.
We also have the van.
That's true. Yeah, we do have the van. It's probably armored too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can always fucking gut that thing. Like I can rip the system out of it that's in there already and throw something new in there. So
yeah. Well,
or we can just go fucking. We can go totally dark and not have, like, as long as one of y'all can drive it.
Well, I mean, driving. I mean, I don't think anybody has the drive skill per se.
But yeah.
But yeah,
actually, I think Reggie might.
Does he? Maybe he does. I wonder if he could parlay his pilot. Well, it might. It probably, if nothing else, it's probably just a grace roll.
Right. Yeah.
You know, for as often as it comes up. You know, if we get into a high speed chase trying to snag Cordoba out of his car, then that's there's rolls.
Yeah.
But you know, other than that, I don't think it would typically make a difference.
Oh man, what's the fucking system that we have inside? Oh no, we don't have the Mardic anymore.
Tiamat. That was the name.
Yeah. Boo. I can always turn. What if I copy the system that's within the Bago? And I can throw that into the van as well. Link the two together.
Maybe. I mean, at some point we probably ditch the van again.
Yeah.
Like after this.
Oh, I want to like spray paint a dragon on the side of it.
I mean, I'm down if you want the van. Like that's whatever.
That might be Trae's new. I need a new home. Maybe I'll just turn that into like a mobile hotspot.
Well, yeah. So what does that mean? So you're cut out from the Clatch. So like, do you actually have somewhere to stay then?
I'm not going back there. They knew. I mean, they fucking knew. They knew where I lived. Like they attacked me and Reggie.
Yeah.
So like, he's got nowhere now.
I mean, I don't think any of us have anywhere at the moment.
True. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what he has and doesn't have at this point. So
yeah. I'm wondering. This thought occurs to me. We post a fucking bounty for Cordoba. I mean, you could get on the dark web, right? Like Nash doesn't really know anything about. Like I'm sure he's heard stuff, you know, being in the
army. But that's like the bounty would have to be so fucking high.
I got 51 mega.
Because like they're
offering 10 for you and you know whatever for me and Reggie. I could throw 30 on him and be like, oh, I'm only worth 5 megas, huh? Well, check your ticker. See what got posted this morning, motherfucker.
Oh, that would be fucking beautiful. Oh, dude.
Right? I mean,
that would be brilliant.
Which doesn't mean that people still wouldn't be coming after us because it's an theoretically easier target. But
But like, call yours off, we'll call ours off.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Fuck. So many options.
Right?
All right. Well, I don't know. We'll have to throw some stuff in the thread or maybe make a new thread so we don't give Todd any more ideas. Although I don't think you really.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, we already have. I think the three of us already have a group anyway.
We might. I don't think I posted in there forever.
Yeah. I mean, because most of the stuff we just throw in the basic DayTrippers chat anyway.
Yeah. I don't think he doesn't GM like that anyway.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. He has his own stuff that's happening.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess I will see you Thursday.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. But I'm sure I'll talk to you before then.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna start throwing shit in that group now, probably.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed, so I'll check that out tomorrow.
Right, there you go.
But yeah, man, or even start like a Google, like a Google Doc, and be like, all right, pros, cons, these are the plans. What do we do to like fucking implement? Like, but because I don't want to do. We can curtail that for the podcast. Like if we decide like let's try these 3 or 4 things and we throw those 3 or 4 things out in the podcast and not spend like a whole fucking session just doing this.
Right.
Because
I think it would be better off like if we can take the ideas that we have and condense it into like 5 minutes rather than like you said, like doing this for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot better. Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll do that. Maybe I'll set up a Google Doc tomorrow while I'm at work.
Yeah.
And share it with you guys. We can throw some shit together.
Sounds good.
Or, plus whatever you have in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Well, take it easy. Thanks everybody for
You as well.
Checking it out. And so I'll see you later on.
Yes.
Oh my God, stop the